do this.
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo! I'm about to turn myself live. There we go.
Doing all right over there, man?
Yeah, I have to check these buttons, Emil.
Buttons again.
Damn buttons. Goddamn
I got to
buttons.
stop coming in. You always have the button issues when I'm here.
Yeah, I had to turn your button on as well. You weren't even on the air just now.
Well, I couldn't even hear myself, so I think somebody was sabotaging my volume.
No, that's Emil. That you guys could hear right now. Good morning. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's a Tuesday, July 20th. Get your taco on. We got a great show lined for you today. Of course, we have those tickets to give away for Corn and Stained. Going to be doing that around 7 o'clock on the dot this morning. You like how I said around 7 o'clock and then on the dot.
Both.
Yeah.
We do it both.
It's the walking, talking contradiction. Beef Vegan speaking to you through your speakers. Also, we're going to have tickets to give away for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Get some arena football action going on. Our buddy Aaron's going to be joining us in studio later on. At 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have the Naked News with Drum. So we got a jam-packed show. And welcome back, Emil. Emil just came back from vacation on the Catalina Islands, drinking it up with some wine mixers and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's actually a real thing. It's coming up in September.
It's a real thing now, but a lot of people don't know it wasn't a real thing before Step Brothers came out. Right. And it honestly, somebody watched Step Brothers and they're like, that's a really good idea.
And they're doing it, man. It's like merching it up. There's like t-shirts and hats, and it's just like, come on, guys. I mean, it's trying to make an extra buck off of a movie that's like, what? 13 years old now.
Yeah, it's almost coming up on 20 years old. It's an older movie.
20?
Yeah, man.
It came out in 2009 or 10.
Okay, maybe that.
I don't know.
Okay,
does time
13.
work the same for you, or
I round up. So it's almost 15. You know what? Google that. Google it real quick, just so we know. But I wonder if Adam McKay and Will Ferrell, who created Step Brothers, get a cut of that. Right? They come up with this idea. It's essentially their intellectual property. And then Catalina's like, we're going to do the Catalina wine mixer. We're going to take the name that you created in your movie, and then we're going to sell the hell out of it. There has to be some kind of back end deal or legal stipulation where they could, even though Will Ferrell is not hurting for money, he could still be like, hey, man, that's my brainchild. That's my little baby right there.
I want 10% of that hat sale.
Exactly. All those hats, those are my hats.
2008, it came out.
Mm-hmm.
There could have been something in the contract also stating like, well, since we're letting you film here, if they did even film there, which I guess
they probably did.
Yeah, like, hey, then we get to have this little like party every year, help the island make some money.
I don't know if they had the foresight, because you come in and you're like, hey, we're gonna make this movie. It's about two stepbrothers with curly hair that are in their 40s. Yeah, and and if you give us a deal right now, we'll let you sell a future party that we're gonna make up in this movie. It's not like city council or whoever runs the Catalina Islands are like, that's a fantastic business decision. Signing off.
Well, they're making some money off of it. Somebody is. I mean, somebody's got to make some money.
Did you get any Catalina wine mixer merch?
No. I'm all right. I don't need any of that stuff. I did drink a lot of the stuff there, though. I pretty much a little bit of everything.
Yeah. What is there to do on the Catalina Islands?
It's like there's a lot of hiking, a lot of like swimming, nice beaches and stuff. It's like you've been down to Bisbee, right? I've
been down to Bisbee, absolutely.
It's like
you grew up there.
Yeah, bougie island Bisbee. It looks exactly like Bisbee, but just like very fancy. It's bougie.
What's the population there? There's people that live on that island then, huh?
I wouldn't say there's more than like maybe a few thousand.
Okay.
It's pretty small. It's
right. 100% tourist community. It's like
it's all focused on like tourism.
Yeah, that's their income or their whole economy is just people coming visiting to the island. I always looked at the Catalina Islands as essentially a field trip destination.
That could be a good one.
Yeah, that kids just go on a ferry for a little bit, then they visit the island all day, and then they ferry their ass back to shore and then end a field trip. I didn't know that there's actual like places to stay on the island.
All kinds. There's 2 different places. Like there's a farther harbor that's where Natalie Wood, remember the whole Natalie Wood, Christopher Walken thing? That's where she was murdered, supposedly by
Robert Wagner.
Robert Wagner and stuff. There's buffalo on the island too. It's crazy.
There's buffalo on the island?
Yeah, they were left there like in the 50s because of a movie that was shot there. And they just left these buffalo to like live. They actually thrive because there's no natural predators. They just leave these guys alone. So they're just on the island.
They don't even eat the buffalo every now and then?
I think they do every now and then. There's like some stuff on the menu. But like
I love buffalo.
It's pretty good. It's a little bit more lean.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's better for you. All right, let's get into our top headlines today to start things off. First and foremost, Bezos, billionaire Jeff Bezos, is set to be on Blue Origin as we speak. It's a go for launch today as he becomes the richest person in space, along with 3 other very, very white, very, very rich people to fly along with him. And that's happening. He has the oldest and the youngest rich people with him in space. And yesterday, he had this pre-flight kind of press conference where they're having like a meal. They're all eating a bunch of like catering. Someone joked that it was the last meal, and Bezos got offended by that. It's like, let's not call it a last meal, right? Because I'm not looking at it like that.
He doesn't have sense of humor.
Right. Well, when people are joking that you're going to die in space,
it's the edge of space. So this is the stupid thing about this. Haven't we been doing this since like the 60s? They went way out there. They orbited the moon, supposedly. Still on the fence about that.
I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, well, hey, the fact that we just don't do this kind of stuff anymore, but yet they're like, oh man, this time we might go to the edge of space. We might like low orbit. We might do this. And with all the technology that we have today, it's like, okay, then
it's a little sketch.
It's a little weird, man. It's a little weird.
Yes. And then that's where Richard Branson flew to the edge of our atmosphere, but not in space. And then Bezos, same thing, is essentially still going to be within Earth's atmosphere, but they called it space. When you're high up enough, I guess you could just call it space. If there's no gravity, then you're like, hey, it's space. But yeah, it's not a trip to the moon by any means. And his odds of surviving are his odds of perishing, I should say, in this flight are 1 in 1,000. So the odds are in his favor that he's going to be able to make a safe trip and have a safe return. But at the same time, I personally, if I was going to do the very first flight up into space with my new rocket ship that's shaped like a penis and everything else, I would not take the oldest richest person and the youngest richest person. This sounds like Challenger 2. This sounds like, it's a recipe for disasters. So we'll keep an eye out on Jeff Bezos, and I'm sure, again, the odds are in his favor that everything will be fine. But
it was kind of an old man crew that was like the boomer crew to space. They all grew up during that time. They're all like, we wanted to be a part of NASA.
Right.
We wanted to be spacemen.
Yeah.
We're all like 70 years old. We could still do it.
They all watched Neil Armstrong walk on the moon in real time, which is crazy technology back then, that they could do a satellite image of a man walking on the moon in real time.
Go down this rabbit hole.
All right. We're not going to go there. But anyways, so they watched it on TV, and they've had aspirations and dreams ever since they were young kids to do that as well. And they're not doing that. They're not walking on the moon, but they are taking a little joyride, which he did say, yes, it is, entitled rich people being able to do these joyrides. It is a rich person thing. And he recognized his privilege. So I guess we have that going. But that's happening this morning. And I want to say congratulations to Tucson native Liam Pace. And the reason why, I got to get my hotkeys ready for this, because this man deserves a round of applause. He's only 20 years old, but I call him man. He just won gold in this year's X Games. Yes, and men's skateboarding. So Pace beat out Gavin Bachler and Christian Rennie.
Tristan,
Tristan?
Tristan Rennie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So second and third place respectively is what they got. He's a Tucson high school grad, and he now studies at a U of A. And so in 2018, he was also the first in the amateur X Games. So now he's technically pro while going to U of A, and he just won the gold. So Tucson brought back some gold from the X Games. So congratulations, Pace. Yeah, represent. Tucson High, represent. So, all right. that's what we're doing today. We have so much stuff going on. Of course, we got the live video stream. If you want to get in on the behind the scenes action and have some fun with us there and comment along, you could do that. We're going to do a roll call right now as well while we play some music for you. 600 KFMA. Give me a call. Let me know you're listening and be ready to win those tickets for Corn and Stained and the Tucson Sugar Skulls. That's happening all morning long. I got the Pretty Reckless coming up after Bush. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. This is Beef Vegan Presents. But you know that. All right, clear. I keep hearing your chair when you move.
Dude, I'm sorry. I just heard, like, maybe I'll switch chairs out. We need to get
it could be that. Yeah, got to oil up these chairs, man. Good morning, everybody on the stream. Roll call. Let's see where we're at here. I don't mind at all. People are watching you do this. Good morning, Mr. Sick Nick on the YouTubes. You were first comment there 5 minutes before we went on the air, which is awesome. Rick, good morning. That's me. That's an automatic thing, I guess. Good morning, Mark. Hey, Mark. Mike Dame, what's up, brother? Oh, you know what I gotta do is I should send you an invite so you could at least see
what's going on,
or you can see it on you pull up the Facebook page. And you can see all the comments and comment on there as well.
Does that mean I have to be on Facebook, though?
Oh,
I don't have an account.
You can do it on YouTube then.
Okay, cool.
Comment along on YouTube. Facebook is up, Gladden. That's why you see these other comments here. We're broadcasting live on the Rock 102.1 page, but I do need to share that. And good morning, Melly. Who else? Everyone's saying hi amongst each other. What's up, Manny? Joe said the oldest person is a lady that was supposed to go on a mission with NASA.
Okay, I thought there was an older lady. She looked really old, like
yes, yes. She was one of the first women that was supposed to go to space at the time, but the mission was canceled. So this was like a makeup, that's nice.
It's like 50 years later.
Yeah,
hey, they call her up.
She looks super old. I mean, she is
super old.
Yeah,
she was supposed to go to space back in the day. Like she's finally doing it.
Good morning, Denise. Hey, Denise, is your profile pic because of me? Because it looks like it is, and I appreciate that. I think that's very sweet. She's got an Arizona license plate that says beef, which is not me. I actually got a message on Facebook the other day from a listener saying, hey, I just had to ask you. I saw this car driving with this license plate, and I thought, I've had this asked to me several times over the years because there's a truck driving around town with a vanity plate that says beef. So somebody is named Beef.
I know you're talking about. I've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah. So whenever somebody sees this truck and Beef, I usually get a message saying, hey, is that you? Is that your truck? And it's not. And I think that's funny. There's plenty of beefs out there in the world. I'm beef vegan. So, people have different last names, and that's how we could tell each other apart. But anyways, I get this message saying, hey, I saw this car with the license plate. So automatically I'm assuming, okay, it's going to be that beef guy again, right? That's driving around in his truck. And he's like, I saw this VW bus with a license plate that said the letter B and vegan, right? So this is something different. So now it's essentially if I just did my first initial and vegan, be vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he asked, is that me? And again, that is not. I don't have vanity plates, but I thought that was hilarious. But with the VW bus, I'm pretty sure that person's just telling people to not eat meat.
It's Tucson.
Yeah, it's Tucson. The VW bus, be vegan. They're like, yeah. I mean, how big of a hippie do you think I really am? Don't answer that. But yes, thank you, Denise. I love that. All right, so Bezos right now is on countdown to launch. So we're going to keep an eye out on that and make sure all bets. Goes well.
Some bets?
Okay, what do you want to bet on?
How far he gets up there. Maybe like a... No, I'm not going to put that on. I hope he makes it. I don't like the guy. And I find the whole thing still kind of weird. But yeah, it's like any kind of space venture. I hope.
He is Lex Luthor. Okay, we know this.
Yeah, kind of is. He's
yes.
The online merchandise Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm. So It is interesting. It is weird. What's up, Leo? Yes, I am streaming on YouTube, youtube.com/beefvegan. And Frank is still around, just not on Rock 102.1. I made the switch over here. I got my good friend Emil with me this morning. Got lots of friends that pop in on the show and hang out with us. We're having a good time over here.
He just blackmails us. That's all it is. He has too many secrets.
Who, me?
Yeah. No, we have too many secrets that he knows of, and it's unfortunate. Now he just blackmails us.
You're saying I blackmail you?
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah.
You know what you're
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. All right, let's hit the reset real quick. I'm going to get ready for this next segment. We're going to do some pop quiz and everything that's happening here on the stream. Comment amongst yourselves because I'm going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Way better than last year's. Oh yeah, the monsoon's been amazing. Almost there, almost back, guys. We got a minute 50. All right, I'm trying to figure out what the hell Eric's saying. What do you mean I changed it to DM? So I put FM and you change it to DM. No, that makes sense. But the YouTube page is just Beef Vegan. So youtube.com/beefvegan. That was a big deal. I'm glad I got this. All right, coming up next is Boo This Chick. Pull up a picture here. All right, 25 seconds. Get ready for that reset. His brother Mark looking at Bezos live. Again, I mean, could you make a rocket ship any more penis-like than the Blue Origin? I mean, it is.
They all though? Like,
no, this one has a head.
Phallic,
this,
I mean, it's
Rock 102.1 KFMA. I'm debating with Emil right now as to whether or not you can make a rocket ship like Bezos's any more penis-like. And he says, aren't they all? And they're all somewhat phallic, but this Blue Origin has a head on it.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It absolutely does. I mean, it's so like overcompensating. It's insane. Now, we all know Bezos grew up this kind of like scrawny little nerd guy who had a dream about, making all the money in the world and dominating it and then cheating on his wife with a super hot Latina. We all had that dream. But at the same time, when you're building a rocket, you don't need to make the world's largest penis on top of it. You're already the world's richest man. And I don't think it makes your penis any bigger. Getting into a rocket ship that's shaped like one.
Right. I wonder if he has the little the balls, like the truck balls, maybe tied to the backside of the fuselage.
That would be fantastic. Wouldn't it be great if Bezos still had that kind of like like me, like third generation white trash within him, you know, where he just can't shake it. And he's just like, yeah, this is very nice and very expensive and classy. You know what would really spruce it up a little bit is those trucker nuts. I would really like to
diamond plated trucker bowls.
Yeah, it would be diamond plated for sure. So yeah, so we're keeping an eye on it. It looks like, actually, I'm looking at it right now as it's going up into orbit, or should I say, the outer regions of our planet, but still within our atmosphere.
Did they launch already?
Yeah, they're launched right now.
Oh, cool.
And so far, so good. And I'll keep you updated. Yeah, I don't see anything that looks bad right now. No explosions. So knock on wood for Bezos. Okay, let's move forward. Boo this chick. I got a story that I want to share with you, and this is kind of like a warning to guys out there to watch out for gold diggers. And if you're going to get married, you got to make sure that you're marrying a good person first and foremost before anything else. Not a good lay, a good person. Now, here's an example. Estranged Christian singer wife of Chicago Cubs star Ben Zobrist. Okay, now Ben is like a star pitcher for the Chicago Cubs. They even won a World Series. And she was there on the field celebrating with him. And if you recall, last year, it came out that she was actually having an affair on Ben with their pastor. Yes, it's one of these shady scenarios. It's like, not only was she cheating on him, she was cheating on him with a man of God, a man that they both would seek counsel together with, right? It's a disturbing and gross scenario. Nobody wants to be cheated on, and they definitely don't want to be cheated on with somebody that they confide in, and especially when they're following these guidelines and these rules.
Wasn't this a Sopranos subplot?
It might have been. Yeah. You got to watch out for,
the pastors, they sneak in.
Yeah, it's they're not priests. They're pastors. So priests, they took a vow of celibacy. Pastors took a vow of smashing that ass. And this pastor took that vow twice. So anyways, she had a year-long affair with this pastor. And this obviously upset Ben. It broke his heart. It crushed him. And it happened during the middle of the season. And he just could not focus on baseball. And you could kind of relate to this. It's a very sad story. So he was in the middle of a $12 million deal in that year. And he had to take some time off, because first off, he's publicly embarrassed. When you think you're, this pro athlete stud millionaire, nobody's going to assume that your wife's going to cheat on you, right? You got a young family. So you got your wife and your kids and your provider and, again, everything. He's got everything going for him. So nobody would assume that this could have happened to him, but it did. And it was embarrassing and it hurt him. So he had to take a couple months off. And since he took a couple months off, he actually lost out on some pay. He only got paid $4.5 million of his $12 million contract. But his wife, that's not good enough for her. She wants all of the money. And that's why I'm saying, boo this chick.
Yeah,
okay?
What a horrible person.
Yes.
Like, what a... I can't say certain things on the radio.
Let me give you some more of these details, because then you're going to want to say all this stuff. And then I'm going to have to remind you that we don't have a dump button. So you can't say everything that comes to your mind, but you're going to want to curse this lady out because she is a garbage person. Okay. So his now estranged wife is claiming that Zobrist is guilty of failing to preserve marital assets when he stepped away from the team. So as a result of his leave of absence, again, he didn't get paid that full $12 million. And now she, Juliana, is accusing the 2016 World Series MVP of basically giving up and losing out on income when he intentionally and voluntarily took leave. But again, that was because of her. Because she straight up not even just broke his heart. She reached into his chest, grabbed his heart, ripped it out, and then did a bunch of, square dancing, two-stepping on it.
Is that what they do? Like, she doesn't have the ability to understand that maybe she might be, I don't know, like the reason
solely responsible.
Yeah.
Yes.
And $4 million? Come on.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah, because, I didn't even get to that part yet. She is seeking a 50-50 split of their marital assets and an additional $4 million. All right, now, separate to the divorce trial, Zobrist has filed a $6 million lawsuit against the pastor, Brian Yon, in June for emotional distress and allegedly defrauding his charity. So, yes, I mean, both those people, the pastor and the soon-to-be ex-wife or the current ex-wife, Juliana, are garbage people. And they deserve to be booed. So boo this chick, boo that pastor. So I'm going to say it one more time because they deserve it twice. Boo this chick, boo that pastor. We got more Beef Vegan Presents coming up next. Clear. Getting angry. How dare you?
My mic.
Your headphones all right?
Yeah, just kind of like popping in and out.
Oh. All right, we got coming up on KFMA, music from Highly Suspect and live. And our next segment's going to be, oh, don't drink when you drone. Nice. You want to deliver that one?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't drink when you drone.
All right, that's a new rule here. Let me check in on Bezos, see how Bezos is doing.
Strap his ass to a rocket and shoot him up to space. I love it though. I love that all these billionaires are getting on this like idea of just like I'm gonna like sit on this fuselage full of like just jet fuel and this crazy mixture. I'm just gonna shoot myself up in outer space just because I can.
Right, penetrate the Earth's atmosphere with this giant Blue Origin penis. I mean, the head of it is it's so weird. It might as well. I mean,
you've seen like Branson's what's it, Virgin?
Yeah, it was a lot cooler.
Yeah, his like
like a jet.
Like a jet, space jet, and then
like a space jet, yes.
Musk's is like, like this very rudimentary, like industrial kind of rocket, but it's like chrome, but it's still like that rocket shape.
Yeah.
But it's very just kind of like this very basic, I guess.
And I'll tell you the difference between them, and the reason why that's the case is because first off, Richard Branson is all about style. The guy has been cool his entire life. Virgin Records. He's been doing it way longer. He's been richer way longer. He's been a rich man forever before Bezos even dreamt up of Amazon. And he was also just this eccentric, really cool kind of Bruce Wayne type billionaire for decades. So of course, if he's going to space, he's going to have style doing it, and it's going to look good. Now, Bezos, don't forget, Bezos just a giant nerd. He's just a huge, giant dork. So there's nothing he can do to make it look cool or have any kind of sense of style. I mean, his girlfriend dresses him, put that stupid cowboy hat on him.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the press conference yesterday, he's wearing a cowboy hat, showing off his guns. He started working out.
When you're so rich and you're so, busy like he is, he's a big, ex-CEO. He's not the Amazon guy so much anymore, but
right.
You can't be bothered with dressing yourself. You have like 50 other people doing that for you.
You could have stylists but you could tell the difference between somebody who has a stylist and somebody who has style.
That is true.
Branson has style, and that shows in everything that he does. Even the Virgin logo is just a cool logo. So Bezos, no matter how much money he can get, it's not going to change the fact that he is essentially just a giant dork, and it's in his DNA.
Yeah, they all are to a certain extent, though. I mean, Branson, I'm sure he has his things, but yeah, look at Musk. I mean, he's a
dork, yeah.
Dork too.
He's a weird dork.
But
yeah. I mean, even marrying cool chicks doesn't make him any cooler. But
is his Grimes a cool chick?
Yeah, I would say Grimes for a little bit was considered a cool chick. She's indie artist and eccentric, and so yeah, I would say people consider Grimes. The thing about Grimes that makes her a cool chick is she marches to the beat of her own drum.
Yeah,
so
she can because her family comes from money too. Do you know
really?
That, right?
No,
yeah. Her family are billionaires.
Multi-billionaires?
Yeah, like it. She comes. Look her up.
Oh no, I mean I got too much stuff going on here. Yeah, see what her net worth is. So now that actually makes a lot more sense as to why Grimes is with Elon Musk. You always want someone like your dad. If your dad's a billionaire, then you have to marry a billionaire. I feel bad for my daughter. She's trying to find someone like her dad. Be like, what, a broke ass radio guy in 20 years from now? Like,
well, you never know. There might be a millionaire or billionaire beef out there. It's like,
not in this timeline.
I don't know. We have like, what, 8 billion people in the world? That's pretty good odds at some point.
I'll tell you what.
Maybe her age. Like, okay, so there's a little beef out there. Her age, that might be destined to be like at least a multimillionaire. Maybe crypto money, you know? You never know.
I did Google my name, my birth name, right? My beginning, middle, and last name. And I found that there's somebody with my exact same name in the Midwest who's a more successful version of me. He's a vice president of a company. And I like went down the rabbit hole, kind of internet stalking this guy that had, again, my same first, middle, and last name. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, I am the least successful version of my name. You know, there's somebody out there with the exact same, he grew up with the exact same name, middle name and everything. And, you know, you're kind of influenced by your name to a certain extent. You identify by it at the very least.
Right.
And so this guy is out there, he's calling shots and everything. He's super educated and, you know.
Well, you know, there's the two sides of everything. So it's like the yin and the yang.
Do me a favor, Emil. Can you fix that KFMA poster?
Oh, yeah. The studio's falling apart.
Yeah. And it's bugging Denise, and I understand. Rick says, beef has penis envy over the rocket. I do. It's huge. If you're not envious, then you're not even trying.
It does look like a dick, though, man. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. This is Emil, everybody. If you remember Emil, he was not on the show last week because he was on vacation at the Catalina Islands.
Very fancy.
With his beautiful pregnant wife, enjoying some time off, some well-deserved time off. So I can't ask him to volunteer his time during a vacation. Hey, vacation sounds nice and all, but you want to come in and work for free?
Yeah, I could have done it over the phone.
Yeah, that's true.
Been out on a boat doing some radio.
Emil's spelled E-M-I-L.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Emilio without the EO part at the end.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Got lightning crashes by live. Here's a fun fact. My first concert, which I've been asking people what their first concert is, you know, on a little Q&A as we're trying to get to know the different personalities that are a part of the show, which we'll probably do with you at 7:00 as well, Emil.
Sure.
I've been asking people what their first concert was. Mine was live.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah, it was at Auction up in Phoenix, live. I forgot who was performing with them. It might have been someone that I wasn't into. But yeah, I remember, and I was a teenager. And then getting stoned at an early age and kind of being like so high and then laying back in the grass and like looking up into the sky with the stars while live is doing their thing in the background. It was a good experience, you know? And so, yeah, I guess, have a soft spot for live. Not necessarily my favorite band, but I was just there for the experience. But they were good.
What year was this?
Oof. 94, 95.
Okay.
Yeah. Long time ago. Over a quarter of a decade.
But then again, you know, live's not really doing anything these days anyway.
Not doing a damn thing.
So.
Except getting played here.
I hear them on, you know, they're still hitting the radio.
Absolutely. I mean, the songs that they made off that first album, they made some timeless music that's last couple decades. A lot of bands be so lucky if they even had one song do that. I mean, I know bands that you know, wish they could just put out one album and then continue to get paid off that one album for the next 3+ decades, for their entire life, really. All right, coming up next. Don't drink when you drone. That's all I gotta say.
Toyota City, Aichi Prefecture.
Yeah, I wouldn't attempt to say that. I would just say Japan.
Aichi Prefecture.
Yeah.
It's Toyota Sea. That's on the way to Tokyo. We cruised through there a couple years ago.
Oh, nice.
Interesting enough, all that morning drinking. I mean, Tokyo is pretty much like one large city, so it blends into like the other 3 cities nearby it, and there's all
I want to attempt to show you this. Well, we have a minute here on the stream while we're waiting for our next segment. I want to show you the most Florida shotgun, beer shotgun that you could ever think of here.
I saw this last night.
Did you?
Yeah, it's so good.
This is great. If you're in Florida and you're going to shotgun a beer, this is how you do it.
Man.
And hopefully you'll be able to see this without too many glitches or pauses. As I'm still lobbying to get a better computer. And if there is a kind of lag, it's not you, it's me. It's the lag on this computer because I'm trying to have it do so much. But okay, here is the most Florida shotgun that you're ever going to see. And it's very impressive, actually. So you got this guy. There's a gator right there. And he's like, come on, open up. Bam. There you go. Slap it on the gator tooth and pass it to a friend. Tell him to chug it. Isn't that the dumbest and most awesome thing you've ever seen at the same time? This fat guy, he's like, I know how to talk to gators. Hold on. Let me get this for you. Like, this guy on the boat is got to be the slowest guy on the boat physically.
He's been doing this for a while, though.
He absolutely has.
He's got, he's got the reflexes when it comes to it.
Right. But if I was a gator and I was going to bite an arm off, I'd go for the fat guy too. Not enough muscle.
Totally, man. You can live off that dude's arm for a little while at least.
That's the Florida shotgun. That was going viral a couple days ago.
Looks a fun crew, man. Looks like a good time.
Honestly, it's not a bad time. It's notice they have the headphones on because they're on one of those little swamp cruisers where that fan is super loud.
Have you ever been out to Florida?
I have not.
No.
Have you?
No. Wanted to go this year, but a couple things came up. Decided against it.
That's not animal abuse, Mike.
How was that animal abuse? He didn't hit the.
He kind of tapped his schnoz a little bit, but.
Whatever. Come on.
All right, 30 seconds. Here we go. Rock 102.1 live with lightning crashes here on Beef Vegan Presents. Here's your lesson of the day. Don't drink when you drone. Emil, what do you got for us?
Isn't this crazy? That's kind of fun. The incident occurred on the 12th of June, Toyota City, Aichi Prefecture, when the suspect consumed 8 cans of beer between 7 a.m. and noon. Interestingly enough, all that morning drinking, it motivated him to start cleaning his room, which, drink some beers, clean your room. That's not so bad. But while tidying his room up, he happened upon a drone, which he had bought a few years back, took it outside, took it out of the box, see if it still works.
Right. When you're drunk, you're like, I got this drone. Let's see how this flies.
Who wouldn't do that? I mean, especially if you forgot about it, let's go play with the sucker. Upon learning that it did, the drunken guy abandoned his cleaning ambitions and he took it out for a spin, which anybody would do. However, while in flight, the drone weighed about 540 grams. It's like a pound, 1.2 pounds, I guess. Collided with the window of a nearby residence. The neighbor called the police, report the crash, and the ensuing investigation led them back to the suspect, who admitted to the charges of drinking and droning. The law was passed last year that he was the first to be charged with it too.
Okay, so they just passed a law in Japan saying that you can't be under the influence while flying a drone.
Yeah. And
they just did this last year, and they almost went an entire year in pandemic without somebody getting a DDUI.
There's always got to be one that ruins it, though. There was probably so many people prior to this that were just living their lives, drinking.
Oh, yes. I mean, there's a reason why they
droning.
came up with that law. Yeah, because some a-hole with a drone was drunk and probably hurt somebody or broke something. Yeah, so it's a double DWI. So drunkenly droning.
You can't really blame them, though, for this.
You can.
What? You can?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
You could blame them.
Just pay the window. It's such a nothing thing. You know, I mean, I guess flying drones around, it depends where he was. You know, there's this weird like gray zone with like flying drones maybe around airports and stuff like that. But you know, he was just having some fun.
Yeah.
Broke a window.
It's Japan, though. You know, like with so many drones flying in the sky, you got to be responsible. And that might have been the scenario. What do you think he was drinking on that got him the energy to want to clean his apartment?
I don't know. That's a good question, though. I mean, maybe some good Japanese beer, some Japanese whiskey is always good. But
I wonder if they sell Four Loko in Japan.
No, they
didn't ban that. Maybe that was it, because whatever gave him the energy, the motivation to clean his apartment, had to have some kick to it.
Radioactive Four Loko. It's just extra Loco.
Yeah, the 4x4 Loco. You gotta love it. All right, there's your lesson of the day, guys. Do not drone while you're drunk.
And if you do, invite Emil out. So it sounds
clear. Oh, gotta take that down. There you go. No drinking and droning. That's what I meant to say. Oh, Sapporo. Yeah.
Ichiban.
All right, guys. I'm going to hit the reset and be back with a pop quiz real quick. So let's see how sharp you guys are. Be ready to answer a bunch of questions really fast using your fingers, a little typity type. The pop quiz is coming up here in just a moment. Go nowhere. Yeah, we got TV in here.
I gotta say, I like it when I can look at you a little bit more, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. I'll work on my hand signals more. I'll be like, so far, so good. Yeah. Wait, the next time, the way I would do that. Next time, All right, pop quiz, hot shots. I got a question for you right now, and if you know the answer, and I have a feeling a lot of people won't know the answer to this, so once we discover the answer together, we're all going to learn a fun fact about Nirvana. So here's the question. Why is the dancing janitor in Smells Like Teen Spirit an inside joke? I wonder if you know this, Emil. I mean, you worked for KFMA for like almost, 15 years?
Yeah,
Forever.
12, 13 years.
Yeah, 12, 13 years. Do you know why the janitor in Smells Like Teen Spirit is an inside joke?
Are you asking me or are you asking them?
I'm asking you if you know the answer. You don't have to give me the answer. I'm just asking if you know.
Wasn't he like I know he had something to do with like Weird Al though at some point. He was like in a video with Weird Al.
Say it in the mic. Yeah, we talking on the stream, son.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know that the dude, the guy that played him, he was in a music video for Weird Al at some point. but I'm not too sure why. Like he was actually cast as this. So was there like some back reason? Did he like know?
No, so it has nothing to do with the person who played the janitor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the point that they actually had a janitor in the gym, and there's a reason why there was a janitor in that Smells Like Teen Spirit video, and it was somewhat an inside joke amongst the band. And there is a reason for it, supposedly. And I wonder if you know this, and this is our pop quiz question of this morning before we get back on the air. I want to know if you know, because I find this very interesting. So once we find out together, did you Google it?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, what do you think the answer is? Go ahead and share this. Share the answer.
Was Kurt Cobain was a janitor.
That's correct.
At a high school.
Yes. Kurt Cobain was a janitor at a high school. So that was the inside joke. So maybe that was supposed to be future Kurt.
I guess so. Maybe just kind of like what he represented at the high school when he was working there. Because I mean, the whole thing is kind of like, you know, a montage to like the high school like image, I guess, cheerleaders and all this stuff too. I imagine like going to high school at the time, and you're the janitor. I wonder if they realized that their janitor, the kids, were like, that was Kurt Cobain.
Well, in hindsight, they did, but yeah, they probably.
Well, yeah, in
him.
hindsight, that of course not like while he wasn't doing Nirvana while he
They're
was
like,
doing
janitor stuff. Weird heroin, dude. Mopping
Weird
the floors,
dude.
Yeah, so Piper got it right. It was Cobain's previous job. All right, got another question in.
Dude, I'm having some major issues with this.
Ooh, I got some classic rock trivia, but I want something a little more modern, even though Nirvana is classic rock as well, in my mind.
You consider them classic rock?
They're classic rock now, man. That album came out 30 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, when does classic rock have like? I feel like the lines are kind of weird.
There's album rock. I mean, you could separate the genres by album rock and then grunge rock. But at the same time, if you're talking classic and there's a certain time frame on when something comes out, you consider that classic rock. I mean, obviously, I just came from a classic rock station. Nirvana's played on that station. And it should be. It rightfully should be, because, again, it's 30 years old. The album is 30 years old. It came out in 1991, and it's 2021.
So when you think of classic rock, you think of Led Zeppelin and Nirvana being in the same.
Yes, I think Led Zeppelin and Nirvana are in the same class. Yeah. You gotta say that in the mic.
Dude, this mic keeps falling on me, man.
I know.
Like having to, there we go. I just won't touch it again.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Right.
I hear you when you talk into it. So yeah, anything that's over 2 decades old automatically crosses that threshold.
Okay.
So Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style, classic rock.
Not rock. It's not rock.
Okay, fine. It's not rock. If you want to be
rap.
Yes, it is.
It's cool with me.
Yeah, it's got to be classic rap at that point. You know, when it passes, like, that's 2 different generations. I figure like every decade's a different generation.
Well, I mean, it's older in the sense that it's classic, because it is. I mean, to you and me, it's like our parents when they, had, either Pink Floyd or Zeppelin or something at the same time.
Right. And this is what blows my mind, right? So when I was a freshman in high school, I was massively into like the Doors and Led Zeppelin.
Right.
Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, huge. So when Dark Side of the Moon came out, I think that was 76 or something.
Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah.
That was closer to the 80s.
It was closer to the 80s. Well, The Wall was like 1979.
79, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so The Wall came out in 1979. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. I watched The Wall, the movie with Bob Geldof on acid. And, I'm all about it. All right. Now, at the time, I'm listening to The Wall. That album, this is in 95, is about 16 years old, is exactly the same age as I am. Right? Now, Nirvana, again, came out with Nevermind in 1991. So my daughter, who's the same age as I was when I was listening to Pink Floyd,
right.
That would be the equivalent of her listening to, like the Foo Fighters that came out in like 2005,
right.
And that would be classic rock to her. So, I mean, if you look at the math, I mean, it would be like me listening to Chuck Berry. I would have to go back another 15 years to listen to the music. Now I got lost in my own thoughts.
It's all right.
I know, because it's a math thing now. Because, okay, so I'm listening to an album that's 15 years old. I consider that ancient. It was classic rock. It was already dubbed classic rock, you know, but they're not dubbing anything that happened in the early aughts as classic rock right now.
Right.
You know?
But I still don't like, I don't know. I feel like classic rock is like confined within its own genre. Then you have like grunge rock. And when you think of,
well, that's why I call it album rock. You can call album rock and, you know, but separate that from.
But I think like calling it classic rock, though, it becomes like confused with like what we think of as classic rock from our youth. I mean, at least to me, you know, having like AC/DC or Led Zeppelin, you know, put into the same thing as like a grunge artist, you know, like do kids today?
5 seconds.
Okay.
I thought you'd be able to finish your thought in 5 seconds.
We'll get back to it.
Rock 2.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan presents. You know, 1 in 5 people will believe anything. And I'll give you an example as to 1 in 5 people that will believe anything, because according to a recent survey, 20% of Americans believe the conspiracy theory that microchips are inside the COVID-19 vaccine. You're shaking.
We're going to get into this.
Are you the 1 in 5? I mean,
no,
did you believe microchips? Actual microchips.
Not actual microchips, but they have found graphene in them.
Graphene?
Yeah. So I can get down the rabbit hole with this one if you want, but I'm open to things. I don't believe.
This is a quicker break.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if we can go that far down the rabbit hole, but real quick, give me the layman's definition of graphene.
Graphene is just a metal, though.
Okay. Just a metal.
It conducts electricity. It's, you know, magnet. You know,
yeah, ever since I got vaccinated, I do feel more electric.
I mean, the whole thing with the magnets on the arm, you saw that whole thing?
I saw it, but that's been debunked so many different times. And you can grab you can grab everything. Well, first off, like, things can stick to your skin. But yeah, I mean, you grab any magnet that you can find and put it on me. I had the vaccine, and I guarantee you it's not going to stick to me. Unless I'm like,
did you try it?
It's a humid day. Yes, I did try it, and it just fell right off.
Were you disappointed at all, or like?
No, I knew it wasn't going to work.
Stuff on you.
It was kind of like, see, this is unless it's a humid day and I'm feeling kind of sticky. I'm not gonna. I could get anything to stick to me, really. I mean, I could get this to stick to me if I wanted to. This little Enjoy thing that I have.
Let's see.
I go, boom. I'm not that sticky today. I showered.
It's not working, man.
Oh no, it's gonna work. And well, this is pretty heavy, but
excuse me. Your arm's at an angle.
Magnetic. I'm magnetic, though.
I can put my laptop on my arm if I just do it like this.
I'm totally magnetic. Look, like, you know, microchips aren't microscopic chips, right? You know, like, what's the smallest microchip?
They're actually getting very small, though. Look at the tiniest little drones.
So invisible to the eye small?
I would say they're getting there. I can see it.
Right, but you don't think they're there yet because it's 2021. I don't know if we have the technology to create microchips that are invisible to the naked eye. And it would have to be to have it in liquid form to be able to inject into a body.
You would have to have a big enough needle to pop that sucker in.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying I believe in it. I'm open to the idea that it's a possibility with today's technology. But I'm saying, like, at the same time, I don't know. It's a whole thing, you know, and every single million, you know, millions and millions of these vaccines being put out like daily. That's a lot of money. But then again, I don't know how much money has really gone into this. It's all taxpayer funded anyways.
Yeah, people are, you know, spending money, and that's why the countries that have the money have the vaccines, and the poorer countries don't have them yet. And that's the problem that we're facing today. But the study by YouGov, in conjunction with The Economist, also found that 30 to 44-year-olds are most likely to believe this widely debunked conspiracy. We're right there in the middle of that age range, with 7% of the people from the age group saying that it's definitely true, and 20% of them saying it's probably true. Less than half of the people surveyed say that it's definitely false. So it's less than half that are completely convinced. So they're like, is it possible? I don't know, man. You guys are coming up with some pretty crazy science lately. Maybe it is possible. But I personally don't think we're at a point in our stage of evolution that we've created microchips that are so microscopic that we can't actually see them with our naked eyes.
Well, What constitutes a working tiny microchip, though? I mean, do you have to have like processors and stuff like a computer, or can it just be very rudimentary, very small that does very minimal things?
You're gonna have to ask, somebody else on the internet about that. I'm not the one that's coming up with this theory.
Check this out. Tiny microchip.
You
Hold this up for you.
Okay, you got tiny. Hold up to the camera so they can see it on the camera.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but you can still see it with your naked eye, though, Emil. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying that the fact that they're getting this small, who's to say that this being openly shown to the public that it's this small, who says that maybe we don't have something smaller than that, secret stuff. Secret tech.
Maybe we'll find out. But again, there's 1 in 5 that believe that. So Emil's not alone on this.
I believe it. I'm just open to things.
You're not coming up with a strong case as to why you don't believe it, though.
Because it would cost a lot of money, and yes, needles are very thin.
Yes, they're super thin. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're giving away tickets for Korn. We're going to get to know Emil a little bit more as well. And we have Faker Florida. That's all on the way. And Beefigan presents Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
Sorry.
That's all right.
It was like, I'm going to get into
I had a feeling when I put that together on the show sheet. I'm like, uh-oh. I might open the can of worms on this one.
No, I don't believe there's microchips in these. But they did test it for graphene. They found graphene. A German
is there a purpose for that, though?
I can tell you, but you're just gonna be like, oh, debunked.
Well,
that was debunked, everybody. No, like a German group of scientists, like within the past month, was able to get their hands on some of this stuff, like the vaccine. They found
I had someone just try to call
traces of like graphene, which can be magnetized. Used for a multitude of things. So
I know we're gonna find out here soon enough.
I don't think graphene's so good to put in your body, but your body, your choice, really. So
yeah. Well, we don't know. We'll know here in the long run.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Couple years.
Gideon says the government uses users tiny mics and video cameras and flying insects. That's
flying
true.
Insects. I've seen those before.
Yep.
Which are crazy, man. Look at the video. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know.
CIA stuff, man. See, worry about microchips as they carry the cell phone everywhere. I mean, the purpose of the microchips would be what, though? And it's not tracking. That's the weakest part of the argument.
Well,
is if people are like, you're putting in microchips so they could track you while they're like tweeting that on their cell phone, right? Which everyone knows.
Yeah, that's the tracking device right there.
Right.
It's already been proven. Like, I think the thing that just came out with the Pegasus drop that.
Let me answer this real quick.
Sure.
We'll continue that thought here in a second.
Sure.
Hi, caller. What's your name?
Beef.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Kyle. I actually just sent you a message about the topic you were just talking about on Facebook. It's an article that's linked to a story about how they've created these nano sensors that they can inject into your body that read your brain.
Yep.
Where's that story? What? That's a scientific story where they're talking about this was a new discovery. The scientists are like, "Hey, guess what we got? Guess what we invented?"
Yeah, it was in Futurism.
Is it Futurism?
So check it out. I sent it to you on Facebook. It's Kyle Wills.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out, Kyle. Thanks.
Yeah, man. No problem.
I appreciate it. Later. Yeah. So if they're announcing it, they have this kind of technology. Is it surprising that they could have this technology? No. Right.
That's why I'm open to it.
On a mass scale. I mean, how expensive would that be? It can't be cheap to make microscopic
making
microchips.
Processors and microchips are used to be very expensive. Nowadays, not so much. So,
but when they're microscopic,
well, then that just means, like I said, if it's very rudimentary, it'd be quite cheap. I mean, you're not making like a chip that's dictating multiple things that's like that are running like supercomputers or anything. It's very whatever its purpose is very small, like the flying insects.
Yeah,
like look up the videos of those. That's crazy. And their whole thing is probably just to make whatever little motors that are on the insects run as like a conductive thing.
Right.
I'm trying to find this article about the graphene that they found in them.
Did it get scrubbed from the internet?
No, I thought I had it saved. It might.
Dun, dun. Where's my dun 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 drop? Oh. See, there's some sound effects that I tried to transfer over from the other station. Didn't necessarily work. It's a bummer. I have them all here, but when I hit the button, nothing happens. Oh, sucks so bad. Let's see if I can.
But these things were like tied to the blood-brain boundaries, or like the it's like it was able to get through to like the brain possibly, and the whole idea behind it was dealing with 5G. I can get into it at this point.
No, not right now.
Okay.
You're gonna get me confused too much where I can't focus on the stupid game that I'm gonna play next.
Okay,
Get away
we'll
quarantine.
Okay. We'll move on to the next thing.
This is too much information for me, and like I just want to play phone sex and BS with you about Bisbee.
I'm cool with that, man.
Yeah. It's
like, too early for it anyway. Man.
Right.
It's like 7 o'clock. I'm usually not even up at this point in the day.
Good morning, Big Daddy Tucson. Brian said, nerds with nothing to do. Coming up with fly technology. All right, so Manny, they're continuing this conversation on the stream, which is a good thing. Stealth technology began in the 60s. Government denied it for years for national security. 91 Operation Desert Storm happens, and bam, stealth fighters and bombers were televised. Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of arguments that saying that a lot of the recent kind of UFO sightings that you catch on film have been that of military.
Which I'd be open to. The what's it called? The Astra. Look at the Astra. A lot of these ships have been like triangle shaped. And the Astra, let me see, is also triangle shaped. Astra ship. Let's see. I think it's the Astra.
All right. Up. The phone call here? Nope. Good call. Maybe it's people just testing out
advanced technology. The thing is it ours or is it somebody else's?
Right. Is it China's? Is it Russia?
Theirs would just fall apart in the air.
China's?
Yeah, just collapse and Are we getting back?
Yeah, we're getting back in a few. We got a couple minutes here at the top of the hour, and then we're going to do a Q&A to get to know Emil a little bit more, and then I think we're going to get into phone sex to give away these corn tickets. Just got to get this info lined up. All right. All right, we'll keep the conspiracy theories coming up on the stream. I'm going to hit the reset and be... Oh, let me answer this real quick. Someone keeps calling. What? Come on, man. Now I'm feeling like I'm getting pranked. I know it's people just getting redial ready in their phone.
Oh, trying to win some tickets.
Yeah, they want those corn tickets, which is great. Good morning, Jen. Good to see you.
TR-3B Astra, that's what it is, in the Black Manta. Cool looking ships, but they're supposedly like the whole Phoenix Lights thing.
Yeah. No, Phoenix Lights was, I think, a straight up alien ship. I mean, I was there. I seen it. First-hand witness to the Phoenix Lights. And you don't understand, the thing about the Phoenix Lights that people don't understand is how massive it was in scale.
A lot of people saw them.
Like it went over my house, but it went over everybody's house. Like the how large it was larger than
we went on city blocks. I know it was
city blocks. Yeah, it was just a giant city floating through the air. It was ridiculous. So I remember the feeling I was having just watching that. It was kind of exciting and terrifying at the same time.
Was that like 97, I think?
Yes, I believe it was 97. So I'm 16, 17 years old watching this thing. And nobody told me to, because this is before the internet. And, you know, we all had pagers, but we didn't have like cell phones or anything like that. There was just weird energy that I just felt. And for whatever reason, I went outside. And I looked up in the sky and I didn't see any stars. Right. And then I'm looking. No, you could still see some stars, but not like, you know, full blown stars that you see here in Tucson. And then, like, it's not like there was a hum or like a buzz, but there was kind of like it sounded different. The air sounded different. And then, you know, then you start seeing stars and you see the 6 lights starting to go towards
like
the south side. Yeah, it was nuts. And then it stayed there for like a couple hours. I'm just watching this thing. And then one by one, you know, a light would drop out, but then it would come back. And then it would drop out again. And then eventually they all just went away. So then the official story for that was weather flares or whatever the bullshit.
Weather balloons getting gas off of Jupiter.
Right. Something insane. It's like, no way, man. No way. Do they stay at the same level the entire time? You don't see them go up. You don't see them go down. You know, you just
how
see
many
them.
doofuses out there believe that shit that they push?
Well,
that's the thing.
It's easier to believe it because it's terrifying to know the truth, right? So I think a lot of people will be quick to accept an official narrative like that because
they're afraid. They want to have something to comfort them.
It stops them from thinking about it.
But that could be translated to many, many things, even today, too. Government doesn't want to tell you the truth about shit. Because
I know.
They know a lot of people can't handle the truth. They really can't. People are very like...
Jack Nicholson was right.
Yeah, you can't handle the truth. People are very like one-dimensional sometimes. And they, you know, their world starts collapsing if, you know.
Well, I'm not. I'm 3-dimensional. I'm 2-dimensional on this screen.
You're a very deep person, man.
So deep. I'm Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket deep.
How's that rocket doing, by the way?
That's still up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Successful launch from Bezos.
What do you think they're doing up there?
Floating around, laughing like giddy little children.
Yeah. Throwing like money fights up there in space, like floating around money and stuff.
I'm so rich. I'm floating. Oh, my girlfriend. She's going to bang me when I get back because I'm so sexy for floating in almost space. Inner space.
Inner space. Outer space.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not technically outer space. So would that be offensive?
It's low orbit. I would still consider it like space. It's just like inner space would be to me like, I don't know. Maybe something like microscopic, I guess. Oh, back on the microscopic. Yeah. Hey, it all ties together. Everything ties together. I got a few minutes after this 5-Finger Death Punch song. Get to know good old Emil. What kind of new music are you guys playing that you're liking right now? You know, honestly, I'd have to look at the list. There's some bands that I do not think are on the incoming yet or the playlist, but I'm into Bad Flower. I think Bad Flower is really good. Before we started the show, I really liked, and I have liked here for a while, the Coda song by Dead Poets Society. I like Dead Poets Society. Cool. I think they're heavy and melodic, and they have everything that I look for in a band. Basically, it's rock with balls, right? You know, like I like the problem with alternative on radio is it's like super pop, right? It is alternative, but it's not the alternative, that right? Kind of, yeah. And it doesn't have that. And I'm always kind of searching for something that has a little bit of rough edges. Yeah, you know, especially today, man. Yeah, man. Dude, everything is super like synth pop to the max. Really kind of disgusting, honestly. But not everything. So, you know, because there's so much out there. And there's a way to find it. So I know the argument amongst programmers throughout the country when they're trying to figure out the rock station format and the alternative format is what you're finding with alternative stations is that these programmers are leaning super heavy towards the pop, the songs that are going to cross over in the top 40 and those kind of artists where you can't even tell the difference. And then the rock
if a band is labeled alternative, rock radio's like not going to touch them. They're just like, oh, well, then you must be Lord, right? And that's not the case in a lot of these bands. They're alternative, but they still have an edge.
Yeah, I know
in
that.
my mind, right? So it's like you don't have to be metal to still be like a harder rock, and you don't have to be hard rock to still rock. I mean, let's just look at this one word. Does it rock?
I ran the test department for years. I remember that stuff. Like, yeah,
right.
There's a lot of stuff out there that is really being pushed that is actually very poppy, that just kind of hits a wheelhouse for like, I call it like commercial music. You know, it's very poppy. It hits to like everybody can play it. It's safe stuff.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what's going on right now. Like, it's just kind of, we go through phases. There's a lot of rock that's still alternative that just might not be getting the spotlight it should be.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's why I have that Rock 102.1 KFMA segment that I like to throw in a song. I think there was a song I was jamming out yesterday that I put in my notes. I'll check it out and see if I could play it for you guys here. Just a little bit of it, because on the stream I would get booted if I play more of it. But I could play it on the air if I talk over it. All right, 15 seconds. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents. I DJ on the side, Emil.
Right.
And a couple months ago, I DJ'd a graduation party up in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, for these kids. And what I noticed immediately with these kids these days is they all have like mullets and bowl cuts. Their style is horrendous. But I did have, you know, I was playing off of these kids' playlists, which is a bunch of artists I've never heard of in my life. Made me feel super old, right? A bunch of SoundCloud rappers and craziness, nonsense. But it's mostly like hip hop and what high school kids are listening to. And I had a parent come up to me and wanted to request a song that was like, can I request a song that'll get everyone moving? You know, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm just playing off these kids' playlists who these kids have been dancing the whole night to the crap music they love.
Yeah.
But yes, please save my job. Tell me how it's done. What's the song? And he goes, can I hear Five Finger Death Punch a little bit off? And I go, yeah, for sure. That song rocks. These kids are gonna love that. And I put it on, and sure enough, I mean, the kids didn't dance to it, but the parents dug it, and that's where we're at. But you know, I still I didn't mean to laugh in this guy's face. I mean, I almost hit him with the voice projection, like the sound waves coming out of my mouth, like slapped him in the face. I laughed so aggressively because it caught me by surprise so much, just based off all the crap that I was playing leading up to that, which I didn't mind playing Five Finger. In fact, it made my night. But the fact that he just like, yeah, this will change it up. This will save your dance floor.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Get them out there.
Yeah.
Get the teens out there dancing. They all like Five Finger Death Punch. They all know who Five Finger Death Punch.
Right. And then the kids aren't dancing to it. And I was wondering if he thought to himself, like, maybe I was wrong, but he probably didn't.
No, it's the kids that are wrong. I'm still right.
Well, you're not wrong about that. All right, welcome back to Rock 102.1. I am here with my friend Emil, who joins me each and every Tuesday morning. He wasn't here last Tuesday because he was on vacation to the Catalina Islands.
That is correct.
And I was, informed last week when I met with the consultants that I'm doing a terrible job of introducing my friends to our audience. So that's what I want to do right now as we get to know Emil. I'm going to ask Emil a few questions so you guys can get to know him. You may recognize his voice because he actually was a DJ on this very station for quite some time. How long did you work for Rock 102.1 KFMA?
Started in 2007 up until 2018.
Yeah, so 11 years, over a decade on the same station, which is unheard of in this industry. So congratulations on that. And then, of course, you used to go by the name The Boy Wonder.
That is correct.
Yeah. And now at this point, we elected not to keep calling you The Boy Wonder. Or me personally, I was just like...
Well, you said that I was really old.
Well, I didn't say that you're really old.
But it hit me on levels that I'm like, oh, man, I am old. I had like a midlife crisis. It was a whole thing that was internal, and you just don't understand.
You're not that old. You're still in your 30s, but...
I'm just joking.
Obviously when you started, you were baby faced and really good at your gig. So they called you The Boy Wonder and it made sense. But I'm like, at what point does a man stop getting called a boy. I mean, you got a mustache and everything.
The man wonder.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, you're married, man. You got a kid on the way.
Got a kid on the way.
Yeah. So your kid will be the boy.
I got to grow up sometime.
Yeah. Sorry if I stole your name.
No, it's all good, man.
Yeah, I just feel like that. And of course, and you grew up in Bisbee, Arizona.
I did. Yeah. Yeah.
I love crazy stories about Bisbee that Emil would tell me. Because Bisbee is literally right on the border of Mexico, right? So give me a good border fence story from Bisbee.
Border fence story. I drove through the border fence once. I had this little Toyota Tercel, little 84. I love that car, but we would take it out to the border patrol trails. You know, there's little dirt trails that they would just kind of roll through, just checking on, you know, who's crossing and stuff.
Right.
I was out there with a couple buddies, and we were, you know, just getting
crazy.
Yeah. I was getting the sucker up to like 60 miles an hour on these little dirt trails, weaving in and out, and I lost control, and I hit a pretty big rock, almost flipped the car, but I was able to maintain, you know, on two wheels, and I ended up doing like a hard right, went right through the border fence. I was in Mexico for a little bit.
Oh no.
I had to pull it back through, hit the other side of the border fence. It's long enough that I could tell this story without getting any trouble.
Yeah,
with, like,
you broke into Mexico?
I broke into Mexico with my little Toyota Tercel, came back across. But yeah, all my brakes were broke. Like the lines were cut. I had no brakes. All my tires were flat and stuff. And I had to drive the car back down.
Still, I'm pretty impressed that, and actually disappointed in the wall that it took a Toyota.
Well, it was a fence. It was more of like a barbed wire fence. This was back in the day, too. This is before that big wall.
Okay. Because I'm like, what kind of security is that?
Tell you some weird
little car through it.
Fun cartel stories, too. Those guys were nice guys, actually. They're actually pretty pleasant. Well, at least to me. I don't know to the rest of the people in Mexico, but I could tell you some crazy ones.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's probably a good call. Not talking smack about the cartel on a radio station so close to Mexico. All right, we got tickets to give away for Corned and Stained, and that's coming up right after Lincoln Park. So we're going to play phone sex. Get ready to give me a call at 600 KFMA. That phone number, again, is 600-5362. You're going to want to call and keep calling to get those tickets. That's coming up next. Go nowhere. Clear. Cartel stories. They're like, so I was running cocaine for the Sinaloa.
They just gave me some for free. It was awesome. So were you wanting to ask more, or?
Yeah, I'll
oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if I went on too long with that one. Man, this fucking mic's driving me nuts.
You wanna?
It's all right. I can figure it out. I just gotta like be very delicate with it. That's it. Can you hear it?
See if you can. I can totally hear you.
There we go. Cool.
Let's see, somebody's already calling. Rock on 2.1. Okay. I mean, if you're gonna call.
You've been getting this all morning, though. Is it not the line on our side, or?
I've been getting dial tone. No, it's not the line on this side. Okay. I have all that. It's good. Get this here. Being ready. Trying to win those kicks. At 1:09. All right, nice. So now we got 45 seconds. You guys still doing good on the stream? We're going to do another pop quiz here in a little bit. And since the video has been working pretty good, because I only have 2 cameras on right now, I think that has a lot to do with it. I'm going to share some other videos with you on the stream that I've been coming across. Because the idea on this podcast, which I said before, is to essentially make this an entirely different show within a show. We have our on-air show. That's all prepped and ready to go. There's going to be a visual component to this that we're going to showcase more as soon as I feel like things aren't glitchy. But I was going through clips yesterday, and there's still more digital hiccups than I like.
It's going to happen for a while.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. That was a quick little break to get back and give away these tickets for Corn and Stain, because I know you want them. It's a big show that's happening at Auction, and it's happening in September on the 13th. It's Korn with Stained, and we're going to give away tickets right now. 600 KFMA is the phone number. That's 600-5362. You're going to want to call and keep calling because we're bringing back a little game that I like to call phone sex. Let's do this.
Beef Vegan presents
He's as horny and as hairy as a tomcat.
Phone Sex.
Hot sex.
All right, the game is simple. I'm going to go to the phones. I'm going to ask our caller, our first contestant, to predict the sex of the next 3 callers. Male, female, male, 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 female, whatever the case may be. If they get it right, they're going to win the tickets. But if they do get it wrong on somebody, then that person's going to be the contestant, and they'll have to guess the next 3 callers, so on and so forth until we get a winner. Let's go to the phones, see who we got. Caller, what's your name?
Candy.
All right, Candy. It's phone sex. I need you to predict the next 3 sexes.
Name the what?
Next 3 callers. Is it going to be male, female, male? Predict the next 3 sexes of the callers.
I'd say male, male, female.
Male, male, female. All right, let's see how good you did, Candy. Let's see. Caller, are you a male or female?
Female.
Female. All right, Candy, you are incorrect. So, unfortunately, you lost. All right, caller, what's your name? Female, who just answered the phone. Yeah, what's your name?
Kiana.
Kiana. Okay. Predict the next 3 sexes for me.
I'll do male, female, male.
Male, female, male. All right. Caller, are you male or female?
Hello.
Yeah, you're male. Thanks for calling.
Male.
Keep calling back, dude.
Caller, are you male or female?
Caller, are you male or female?
Male.
Male. And she said male, female, male?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. We got a new contestant here. All right, male. What is your name?
Andres.
Andre. Okay. Predict the next 3 sexes for me, okay?
All right. Male, male, female.
Male, male, female. I like it. Let's go to the phone, see what we got. All right, caller, are you male or female?
Male.
Male. Thank you so much. Call back. All right, you got 1. Going to the next phone here. Caller, you male or female?
Male.
Male. All right, that's good. You're 2 for 2. Now you need this next caller to be a female to win. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, good luck to you, dude. Caller, are you male or female?
Male.
Male. Oh, you are my new contestant. Oh, all right. All right, caller, what's your name?
Manny.
Manny. Predict the next 3, dude.
We'll go with male, male, male.
Going all dudes in this. It's a sausage party up on the show this morning. Let's go to the phones. Caller, are you male or female? Rock 2.1, are you male or female? All right, I have to go to the next one, Manny. I'm sorry. Rock 2.1, are you male or female?
Male.
Male. All right, thank you so much for calling. Rock 2.1, are you male or female?
Female.
Female. All right, you are my new contestant. Sorry, Manny. All right, predict the next 3 sexes for me. What's your name, by the way?
Oh my goodness. Marissa.
Marissa. All right, welcome. We're playing phone sex with Marissa. Who's going to be the next 3 callers? Male or female?
Female, male, female.
Female, male, female. All right. Yes. Well, we are building up our female demographics here at Beef Vegan Presents. It's just a side effect of me hosting a show. All right, caller, are you male or female?
Male.
Male. Oh, I'm sorry. That means I got a new contestant. Male, what's your name?
Kyle.
Kyle. All right. Next 3 sexes. Let me know. What we got?
Let's go male, male, male again.
Male, male, male. Let's see. Caller, are you male or female?
Male.
All right. Thank you so much. Call back. Caller, are you male or female?
Are you male or female? Male.
All right. Thank you so much. Call back. All right, dude. Kyle, this is it. I'm going to answer this phone call. We're going to see if it's male or female. If it's male, you're going to win those tickets for Korn and Stained. And you know it's male, huh? You got that feeling?
I got that feeling, man.
All right. Good luck to you. Caller, are you male or female?
Female.
You got robbed, Kyle, but that's great. Yes. All right, caller, what's your name? Female, what's your name? You still there? She might have hung up, but that's okay. All right, so that's phone sex right now. I got to take a quick break. We will come back and we will get a winner. We'll do one more round of phone sex before this. We'll actually do one more round of phone sex next. So keep it right here to get your opportunity to win those tickets for Korn and Stain. I stuttered at the end, but the game was going well.
Yeah. Glad that you're getting a bunch of calls now.
Yeah, this is the time to get a bunch of calls, and yeah. Okay, so we're going right back, and then. You're not going to see this game last all night long or all day long. Just not going to happen. We will have a winner. But it is a tough game, is it not? And I love tough games. And again, I see the jokes you guys are doing. Non-binary, human, trans, blah, 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 blah. Let's not overcomplicate this. And yes, female listeners jumped up. It's okay. Even though my bosses are like, yo, we don't cater to the female audience. It's all about the men. Which I'm cool, you know. The bros can hang out, but hey, the ladies like to hang out too. We could all have a good time. I'm insane enough to be like, I want everyone to listen.
Yeah,
I don't want just guys.
How about let's get both groups
instead
of just like half the market?
And we will. So do phone sex one more time. Oh yeah, and it's only coming up in 2 minutes. Yeah, it is tough, and it's it's tough today. When I gave away the tickets, when I did phone sex the first time, what were the tickets? I don't know. It wasn't as big as Korn and Stain. So honestly, when I do this game, it has to be kind of like have universal appeal. Right. People want a big ticket item, and then the time of day that I do it is very differently. 7 o'clock hour, that is like rush hour.
Yeah, people are going to work, man. People are up.
Trying to get those tickets, and I get it. And so in the 8 o'clock hour, then the callers go down, they drop. In 9 o'clock hour, it's almost non-existent as far as callers. So it's all about finding the right time.
Yeah. Well, you found like you maybe have the sweet spot for it right now.
I do, but tomorrow I'm going to give away the Korn tickets in 8 o'clock hour.
Okay.
So yesterday I did an 8 o'clock hour. Today I do it in the 7 o'clock hour. And then Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Thursday, 7 o'clock, Friday, 8 o'clock. Okay. So boom, 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 boom. So I try to spread the love.
It's probably a good idea to not just,
yeah. It's always good.
Everybody's like expecting him at 7 o'clock. So
yeah.
Have you been to many shows this year so far? Or?
I've been to a few, actually. Yeah. It's I just recently went to The Rock to see my friend Haley perform, and she was opening for a couple local reggae bands that were really good. I'm forgetting their names off the top of my head, but they were good. They sounded great. I saw live music in Mexico when I went down to Rocky Point. Black Moods, I saw perform live, and they're professional. They always put on a good show. I just been able to see live music. It hasn't necessarily, not as much as I was before, right, and not as much as I'm going to, but I still was able to see that, and it wasn't that bad. So I felt good about it.
Were the crowds like?
The crowds, I mean, full blown. Yeah. The people that were there were just like, yeah, there's no pandemic. Let's rock.
Cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, especially in Mexico, the Black Moods playing Rocky Point, they draw a crowd. So, it's a party. All right, let's do this real quick. Cool. I got to get right back to the phone sex.
On Rock 102.1 KFMA. Beef Vegan presents.
He's as horny and as hairy as a tomcat.
Phone sex.
Hot sex.
All right, we're going to get a winner for our Korn and Stain tickets. Going back to phone sex, going back to the phones. Caller, what's your name?
It's Marissa.
All right, Marissa, predict the next 3 callers for me.
Okay, I'm gonna say female, male, male.
Female, male, male. Good luck, Marissa. Caller, are you male or female?
Male.
Male. Oh, I'm sorry, Marissa.
Dang.
All right, male. What's your name? Pat. All right, next 3 callers. What are they going to be?
Male, female, male.
Male, female, male. The Eiffel Tower. I get it. Here we go. Caller, are you male or female?
Female.
Female. All right. Who's this? Is it Marissa again?
No, this is Liz.
Liz. All right, Liz. Predict the next 3 callers for me.
Male, male, male.
Male, male, male. Let's see if Liz is right. Caller, are you male or female?
Male.
Male. Thank you so much. Call back. All right. Caller, are you male or female?
I'm going to say female just to go against her.
I know you do, but you're totally a bro. I get it. All right. We got 2 down. If you get this one right, you're winning these tickets, Liz. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. Caller, are you male or female?
She just won.
Yeah. Thank you, dude. Oh, Liz,
Finally,
congratulations.
finally.
It took us 2 segments of doing phone sex to come up with the winner, and you nailed it. So congratulations to you. You and a friend are going to go see Korn and Stained up at Auction Pavilion when they come to town in September on the 13th. You excited?
My 11-year-old daughter just figured out corn, so I'm taking her.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, that's
that'd
going to
be
be
fun.
awesome. That's a great first show, too. Awesome. Don't forget to drink a lot of water. Stay on hold for me. I'm going to get all your information, and you're going with your 11-year-old daughter, okay?
All right, thanks.
I'm so happy for you. Thank you guys for playing phone sex. You guys did fantastic. We got so much more show to go, so keep it right here. I still have tickets to give away for the Sugar Skulls. That'll be later on. And I got Disturbed I'm going to play after Soundgarden. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
In my eyes, indisposed,
A little bit, but besides that,
That was good, man.
yeah, okay. All right, guys, I got to put you backstage real quick while I get Liz's info. But don't go anywhere because, like I said on the air, we still have a lot more show to go. But we'll be right back. And ba-bam, ba-bam. We're back. Welcome back. Who stuck around? Tell me you guys stuck around here. All right. There we go. Big Daddy Tucson still in the house. And the Heezy. The YouTube. Yeah, as always. It's happened, Roger. That's funny. As always, give it a like and all that good stuff. If you could do a reaction on any of our videos, it goes a long ways. Because the station's not actively marketing the show. So this is the way that we're advertising that we're on.
It works.
Yeah. Word of mouth. That's MOUF. And you guys are part of that process. So if you could spread your mouth.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends to tell their friends. I was happy for Liz winning those tickets too. Sounded cool, right?
Her daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to have a good time, man.
Yeah.
What a good concert to go
Her
to.
11-year-old daughter and just got into Korn, and she is a huge Korn fan. So she's bonding with her daughter over the music of Korn. It's fantastic. Korn is classic rock too, by the way. And Follow the Leader came out in what, 99?
I know. I was just trying to figure out like 98, 99, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 99.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that's over 20 years old.
Yeah. Still, though.
I remember Korn's first record when it came out, the one that had Adidas on it, and, it was just hardcore. But I remember like listening to that album in friends' cars in high school.
Right.
So it's like a high school record for me, a big one, and the sound at the time when Korn first came out, like that for me, who wasn't necessarily into hardcore metal before that. I mean, I've heard some stuff like Gwar and everything, but Gwar never had the appeal that Korn did. It didn't have the rhythm and the melodies that Jonathan Davis was still able to pull off, even with a scream and that growl and the way that he would, be able to, his vocals were,
it was something different to the scene.
100%.
Yeah.
He was like 100% original at the time. Like I just remember hearing him being like, I never heard anything like this before and loved it. And then they got polished and released Follow the Leader, which is a goddamn classic.
Yep.
It is. It really is from top to bottom, just a great album.
Then what do we have after that? Issues, which that was such a gigantic album.
It was.
Beginning to end. Then they were on South Park and like everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to have to ask this question to you guys out there once I get into the sex in public transportation here. The Limp Bizkit era. Well, Limp Bizkit was essentially
the same time-ish.
So totally the same time, but they were riding on the coattails of Korn.
A lot.
100%.
I mean, Korn kind of riding on the coattails. Well, I don't know. Rage Against the Machine to a certain extent. I mean, I'm thinking back to like the beginning of like the rap rock days. Like who were the first couple of bands that
Rage and Korn, I guess. But Limp Bizkit came after that.
Yeah, that was
7
like
seconds. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Be Vegan Presents. I have a fun little study for you. People joked about becoming members of Mile High Club, but do you know anyone who's actually done it?
No, I don't know.
Right? Like I just flew out to Hawaii, first time going to Hawaii, but that was also the longest flight I ever been on. It's like 5.5 hours, just one way.
Yeah.
And when we first flew out there, going out to Maui, we lucked out because there wasn't that many people on the plane in the tail end. So they moved us to a different row, my girlfriend and I, and basically gave us our own row. So we had 3 seats, just the 2 of us. We didn't have anyone sitting in between or have to share.
It's rarity.
It was awesome. I mean, I got lucky flying there and flying back as far as our seating and everything. It was 100% luck, but it made that journey so much more enjoyable because I was dreading the long flight aspect of it.
Yeah.
But 5.5 hours when you're in love with someone who's sitting right next to you, you get some ideas.
You get ideas. And I know you had them in your head. Like, you played with the idea about going to the bathroom.
That's the thing, so you can't really go to the bathroom. You can, I guess, but especially during a 5.5 hour flight, because there's times where people aren't really paying attention. It's just awkward getting out of the bathroom. You know what I mean? But we did kind of fool around a little bit. There was some hand stuff going on to where it got to a point where I was like looking around me like, I think we might get caught. I mean, you're getting crazy right now, which was awesome. And that was the closest thing. It wasn't full blown Mile High Club, but it got a little bit of a diddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of a diddle.
Well, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost got there though.
Yeah. I mean, the flight took off. I didn't land it.
Yeah.
I didn't do the landing.
It's more than a lot of other people, man.
That's what I'm saying. So I could kind of count that. I'm asking you right now, actually, should I be able to count that as getting randy on a flight in the Mile High Club? Is that somewhat Mile High Club membership?
I feel like maybe it's like an introductory, like a.
Okay, so she didn't go hand in the pants.
Okay.
It was over the pants.
Over the pants, HJ?
But well, you don't want to say it like that, but yeah, it would say over the pants playfulness. Okay. But it lasted
a little bit.
Yeah, it was a long time. So I would say longer than 15 minutes of over the pants.
Well, I'm going to ask you something.
Okay.
Did you complete?
No. So that's the thing.
I'm going to say no. Then.
You have to stick the landing to be in the Mile High Club.
Yeah, I mean, or else it's just like you're just getting a little tickle. It's
600 KFMA. 600 KFMA. Would you consider that a partial member of the Mile High Club, or no? I'm not in the Mile High Club. Here's some studies from this. Or some results from this study that they just asked a bunch of people. 11.6% of people have done it on a commercial plane. So I basically chickened out, and I should have made that move. I mean, once you're up in the air and you're 3 hours into your flight, they're not going to kick you off the flight. They're not going to turn the flight back around. You're still going to land.
You're going to Hawaii. It's not like there's a mid place that they're like, let's get this guy off the plane.
Right. Let's see. Let's go to the phones real quick. Rocco 2.1. Who's this?
It's Joey. Yeah, you didn't get it.
I didn't get it, so I'm not part of the Mile High Club.
Nah, not yet, bud.
All right, I'll keep trying. Thanks, Joey. All right, 600 KFMA. Yeah, I was getting close.
Yeah, you're closer than I've ever gotten on a plane, or many other people that are listening right now. So good for you. Don't feel so bad about it.
I'm honestly feeling a little disappointed because I thought
go back to Hawaii then.
Right. Well, I mean, I would have been full blown and decent and just been like. Just all out, like, here, put your head under this pillow.
She's taking a nap, everybody.
She's taking a nap. She snores. Sleepy. That's why her head's moving. Hold on. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hey, this is Mike Beasy. What's up?
Hey, Beasy. So do you think, even though there was no photo finish, there was a lot of tomfoolery happening, am I a member of the Mile High Club or not?
I got to say, take out the Mile High Club part of it. Would you say if you're on a regular date with the girl doing the same thing, would you have said you had scored?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's you say no. I mean, there's still a lot of playfulness.
That makes a good point, though.
It's not all the way, man.
All right, Beasy. I'll take that as a no. Thanks, dude. I will say this though. Actually, if she's got a firm grip.
Okay.
There's a firm grip going on, and that grip is on for a long time.
But you didn't, you didn't get to that.
It was a very pleasurable experience.
I'm happy for you.
It made, like me, when you sit in those seats, they're kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It made me forget about those uncomfortable seats for a long time.
That's nice of her.
That was super nice.
But you didn't.
All right, fine.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm not a member of the Mile High Club. I get it.
Like I said, you got a lot farther than most of the people listening right now on an airplane.
Damn right I did.
That's it.
And you guys don't forget that. At least I may not be a member of the Mile High Club, but I got farther than you did. Mm-hmm. Actually, is anyone out there an actual member of the Mile High Club? I bet you there's not.
Tell the truth, too, if you call in.
Yeah. Honestly, were you able to actually get it on an airplane, a commercial airplane? I know we don't have too many private plane flyers listening to this show, but on a commercial plane, were you man enough? Did you have the guts enough, or female enough, for that matter, to try to sneak one off in a public plane? Here's some other percentages of this study. 6.2% have done it on a ferry or a water taxi. 8% have messed around on a bus. That's some broke ass loving right there.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
Yeah. 9.2% have been naughty on a train or a subway, I would if it was like one of those trains that go cross country. Yeah, I think you get your own cabin.
Totally. You can
you
rent your own cabin. So yeah, why not?
Yeah,
if you're with somebody anyway.
Yeah, you're bored and everything. And 5.6% have defiled someone's rideshare or taxi cab. Now, I've done this, and I did make up for it by giving the guy 5 stars and a tip.
Oh, 5 stars. Sorry, I got.
Yeah,
oh, man.
He was not happy about that.
I wonder why.
It is funny too because I was drunk. This happened in Tucson, and the guy has like all these lights. You know, it's one of those ride shares where they pimp out the inside of their car, and he could change the color of his light strips in there. He's like, "Wait, what color you want? You want red? You want blue? You want this?" And I'm like, "How about off?" And he's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah." Turn them off. It was the creepiest thing ever. And he turned them off and he gets 5 stars. I think I got 1 star to be honest with you, but I still made it home safely. So
well, that's good. That's
nice.
what matters.
We have no listeners that are in the Mile High Club, so I could safely assume that I am the closest to the Mile High Club than all of our listeners.
They're all envious of you. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that you didn't go all the way because you still went further than anybody else.
Yes.
But next time.
It was foreplay for a really long time.
Hey, make a new term for it. Mile High Club. You can just be like, the Mile High,
team.
Group. Yeah. Team, group, something.
Advocate. I don't know. All right. We got much more to go, including Faker, Florida, and we'll be giving away tickets for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. That's all coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents. Clear. All right, you got to run?
Yeah, I got to roll, man.
All right, say goodbye to Emil, everybody. We're going to have Aaron here in just a few minutes, so I got to hit the reset. We do got some comments. The Greyhound Club.
The Greyhound Club, though, that's just sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. Who wants to get dirty on a bus?
Mm.
I mean, well,
My husband's ED was affecting our marriage. When he first started experiencing ED, it was difficult for both of us. We didn't know who to talk to about it.
Let's see. Who's lying? Who's lying?
Was our answer. Hims connected my husband with a licensed provider.
I'm not lying.
He was able to get medication to treat his ED.
I mean, hell, the stewardess came by and she was like, peanuts? And I was like, no, thanks. My girlfriend already has some. She's got her hands full. She's already. Oh, all right. I got to hit the reset real quick. Get Emil out of here and get Aaron in here. So we'll be right back. Chat amongst yourselves. Don't go nowhere. I'll miss you.
To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/love. That's forhims.com/love for your free online visit.
All right. Sorry, guys. Riley on the radio middays. That was the promo I just heard. Hey, welcome back. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Just me right now. I got Aaron on his way in. He'll be joining me. And don't forget, we got the Naked News coming up at 9:30, and that's going to be cool. Because Drum's going to be back. And so we got 11 people on the show, not including myself, as part of the crew. So it's a big crew, and that's not even including all of you, who I very much consider part of that crew as well, because you guys are contributing so much. You know, we're able to utilize these comments as part of the content, and, you know, you add to segments, whether you know it or not. And I do appreciate that. So we're going to be doing Faker Florida here in a little bit to give away those Sugar Skull tickets. And that's kind of like my dumbass of the day. Kind of. You know, because Florida gives you so much content, I believe it deserves its own segment. You know, I mean, and when you do stupid criminal segments, there's a lot of times that it's just all stories from Florida. But, you know, Arizona creeps in there too from time to time. But today we're focusing on just on Florida for the Faker Florida segment. And then I'm going to give Aaron a shot of redemption in the last word. If you guys remember, last time you played the last word, we did a topic where it was like, name something you put batteries in. And his first comment was, vibrators, which threw us all off because we're like, that's the first thing that comes to your mind. So we're going to give Aaron a shot at redemption as he's going to play the last word against Drum. This will be Drum's first time playing the last word, and she's, you know, basically doing news. I'm not sold on the name Drum yet, though. I should be. It's her name. I can't say her first name. I don't know how. You know, I'm too gringo to be able to say her name properly. There's a rolled R in there somewhere, and I just can't do it. I tried. And so I'm glad she's not going by her first name, because I wouldn't be able to introduce her whatsoever. I could say Drum, but it doesn't necessarily roll off the tongue. But she's already, you know, full set. Like, you can follow her on Instagram at Drum. Let's see what her Instagram handle is, actually. Because she's already marketing it on the Instagram. Like, she gave me a friend request yesterday, and I check out her profile. It's Mistress. What is it? Tentacle? Yeah, Mistress Tentacle Drum. So yeah, she's already like, tune in Monday through Thursday on Rock 102.1. So she's all about it and all over it, which is fantastic, because, you know, I think Mia is a great talent, and I'm happy to have her on board doing the show with me. But again, I say Mia, and that's not even how you say her name. But yeah, you could follow her if you could spell out Mistress Tentacle or Tackle Drum. I'll have her explain it. And it's true. It's Mia. See that? And I had to roll it with my throat, not my tongue. Mira. Kind of gross. I'm probably creeping out Jen, to be honest with you right now. So I apologize. If you're still on the stream, Jen, I don't mean to creep you out. But yeah, but Drum, I'm not necessarily, I got to talk to her, be like, I don't know, Drum. I mean, it's non-binary, on gender specific, which is cool. So let's go for her. And I'm sure it has something to do with her last name. Maybe it's her nickname that she's had forever. These are questions I want to know. So we'll get to know Drum here today or tomorrow. Oh, and I got good news for you guys. Most of you will remember this yesterday around this time. We talked about that OnlyFans model, Tina Bean, up in Phoenix, who had her OnlyFans account hacked by ISIS, of all people, like legitimately ISIS. And ISIS hacked her account, demanded only $150 to get her account back, which she didn't pay, and then started uploading gruesome ISIS pictures and videos, which is like beheadings and assassinations and stuff. And the FBI investigated it, and they did confirm it was actually ISIS. I don't know why I can't say it, that hacked her account. Well, I reached out to her on Sunday. She responded back yesterday. Actually, we chatted back and forth, And we are going to be talking with Tina Beans. Good thing I'm not in the air right now. We are going to be talking with Tina next Monday. So that's good news for Derek as well. And I think I'll get her on the video chat. She's cute. She's a good follow on Instagram. Her story is crazy. And she, at the time, honestly, she closed down her OnlyFans account. All right. So this is what happened. So late last year, around December, that's when her account got hacked. Then, it kind of got out a little bit. And she was interviewed about her account getting hacked somewhere along February. Okay. So this is the time process of how something goes viral globally. So she gets interviewed about her account getting hacked in February. The journalists had to do a bunch of verification, things like that to make sure that they're reporting on it accurately. It took them about 5 months, something like that. So it was February when she had the interview. She completely forgets about this. And then this week, over the weekend, the story comes out. And not only does it come out, it comes out with her full name, her legal name, her stage name, where she works at, everything. And pictures galore on the internet, and essentially made her viral and famous. So I reached out to her. It was on her story. She was kind of laughing. She's like, I don't even have an OnlyFans right now. And I'm like, well, you better open that back up, because we've talked to people in the past who've gone viral with OnlyFans pages, like Quinfinite. If some of you may remember, Quinfinite was a girl who went viral because the Fort Bragg Twitter account was commenting on some of her Twitter posts, but in a very inappropriate way, very thirsty. Like, oh, what I would do with you. I would, booby bang or whatever. So when that happened, that got viral. And then Quinn went from making about $1,500 a month to making $20,000 a month. So she essentially hit the lottery by this story going viral. She's still making money off of it, and she got a lot of followers because of it. So for Tina, her going viral is actually the best case scenario for OnlyFans. Beforehand, she was only making about $1,500, $2,000 a month. She's doing that because she's a very cute girl. And, so her pictures are nice. So I can see why people would subscribe to her. But now that she has this kind of global, advertising, she needs to capitalize on it, because she could easily turn that $2,000 into $10,000 before people start losing interest. So that's what she's doing. She reopened her OnlyFans account, not strictly because I told her to, but I had an influence. I'm just trying to help people make money. Don't you like how it's the brokest people that are teaching you how to make money? So yes, we get to chat with Tina on Monday. If she wakes up, I mean, she's a full-blown stoner. She's kind of a space cadet. It's kind of funny because she was posting an Instagram story yesterday, and she's in bed, and you get to kind of tell she's naked or something, but she's just chatting, and then she accidentally pulled the camera back too far, and a nip slip happened. And then her next story was like, I accidentally showed you my nipples. So it's not the first time. Won't be the last. My bad. But yeah, she's kind of the free spirit, and very funny in chat. So we look forward to talking to Tina Beans, and hopefully it'll be a full week after her account's back open. We'll see if she's getting any money and blowing up because of it. And I think she probably is. I'm checking her account right now, and she's just kind of promoting the dispensary that she's working at. Yeah. So yeah, she's a weed chick. Tina Beans, about to be rich, or at least have a very good fiscal year. All because of ISIS. Would it be odd to say thank you, ISIS? Even in that scenario, it's probably not appropriate to thank them. All right, 18 seconds. Got to do a quick tease. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Coming up next, Adam Sandler was once pitched a Happy Gilmore game, and it was going to be awesome. I'm going to break down what that game would have been, and probably in another timeline, that game exists, and I'm jealous of that timeline. I want to go there. Also, we're going to be giving away tickets to your Tucson Sugar Skulls. They got a big game happening this Saturday. We'll play a little game called Faker Florida and see if you can win those tickets. And I'll also break down the future of electronic cars. That's all coming up next hour on Beef Vegan Presents. Keep it right here on Rock 102.1 KFMA. How's that tease, guys? Did I stutter? Did I mumble? I need the honest truth here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, thank you. I am such a tease. Yeah, I was surprised she responded, but you know, here's the thing, troll quality, Mike. I make sure that when I'm chatting, it's all business, no creepiness. And luckily, to be able to message somebody on Instagram, my Instagram page is pretty legit. It tells people who I am. And so when I say like, hey, you know, I want to do this interview, they can look through my history and my posts, the comments that show that, okay, this guy's, he's not full of it. He might be full of himself, but he's not lying. So that was good. And yeah, but again, we'll see if she could wake up early enough. Because again, she's kind of like this pothead free spirit. And she's off on Saturdays and Mondays is what she said. I mean, I have her whole schedule now. It's very weird. But yeah, so I'm like, okay. We'll see if we can wake you up by 8 a.m. on Monday and then video chat. Caller, what's your name?
What's up, BG?
What's up, Donovan? How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
Yeah? You digging the music I'm playing this morning?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, what was your favorite song you heard so far this morning?
There's too many.
That's true. I play nothing but hits, dude. Back to back to back to back to back. It's just nothing but good songs.
And this morning, my cat and I got my cat to go outside.
Okay.
It was a message. And the next thing I know, she was climbing up this tree. And on the other side of the tree, there's a shed next to the tree. And she was about to jump over the fence to go in the back alley. And that's when I was with my cat. I had to go get my 6'10" brother. And he had to go in the back alley, got to go back in the backyard, throw a rock to scare my cat. And then she walked, got halfway down. He grabbed her and brought her back in the house because I didn't want to lose my cat.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's, she's been doing this. She's been doing this ever since last month and a half. And my mom and I keep on telling her she's not going to go out. She's not going to go out. She's not going to go out. But every time she doesn't go out, she cries. And next, for the last month and a half, I've been going outside with her. And like this morning, everything was okay until everything was okay until she started jumping over on the top of the tree.
Yeah.
And I had to get my 6'10" and to bring her in the house. And once my mom wakes up, I'm going to tell her, and my mom's going to say, nope, she's not going to go out no more.
Shit. Oh, I just...
she could cry all. She could
That
cry
is crazy. Hold on 1 second. Donovan, keep talking to the stream real quick. I got to grab something. But yeah, keep telling me the story.
Okay. Anyways, my honey and I had a fight, and then we broke up for 2 weeks, and then I asked her last night to stop calling. She hasn't been calling me, and that's when she said somebody stole her cell phone out of her locker, but out of her backpack, and then she called me last night. And she said, and I said, honey, are we still together? And she said, yeah, I'm still with you. And I said, what happened? And she said, how come I can't get hold of you? And that's when she said, somebody stole her phone. And now she's using her stepdad's phone is on private number. And I said, honey, when are you going to get a new phone? She said, I don't know. And that's when her stepdad said, okay, daughter, gotta get off the phone now. And she said, I love you, baby. And I said, I love you too, sexy. And then next thing I know, I got off the phone. I took my meds. I lay down, watched the game, and I fell asleep. And I woke up. And the next thing I know, I woke up this morning.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good story, though, dude.
Yeah, everything I just said is not. Everything I said is not a lie. It was the truth.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. It sounded truthful. Everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're okay.
I am okay. I'm glad I'm back. For the last week and a half, all last week and somewhat yesterday, I was just pissed off. I was angry. I was upset. I wanted to kill myself.
Whoa, that's not good.
And my mom said, nope, you're not going to. And my mom said, maybe one of these days, your honey will call you, and then you could ask her how come you haven't been talking to each other. And that's when this number came up private, and I asked her, I said, hello. And the very first thing she said, hey, sugar. I said, oh, hey, shit. I call her, hey, sexy guy. And from that point on, we started talking. We just started talking. And we were on the phone for good 45 minutes.
Wow.
Just doing it. We were talking.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we're back together. I could not live without my sugar bear in my life.
Yeah, no, I know. I couldn't live without the sugar bear either. I get it.
Because
that's what I'm saying.
If my honey never called me back, I would have said, nope, I'm done with you. I'm going to find me a new sugar bear.
Oh yeah.
But I was just lucky enough. I got lucky last night that my honey called me and told me what happened, good thing I got out. Good thing I'm talking to you, but I can't believe somebody stole your fucking phone.
Whoa, you dropping F-bombs, man. You're getting passionate about this.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was literally freaking pissed.
Yeah.
And that's why this weekend, my honey and my daughter is coming over.
Well, good. That's awesome.
All right, but I gotta go. I gotta go take my match.
All right, buddy. I have people on the stream saying you rock, so don't forget that you rock, Donovan. And I keep your head up, brother. Stay strong, and you are the man. No one else is the man that I've met that is the man like you are. You are the man.
You know it.
Can I get a Ric Flair? Woo!
Well, I never was a big fan of Ric Flair.
Oh, but you know how the woo. Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you wooed? It's good to do a woo.
That's when I did it when he was still wrestling, but now he's finally retired. I quit doing it.
You quit doing the woo? Can I get one woo? Woo! That's me wooing. See, Aaron's wooing.
I would love to, but I don't want. I would love to, but I don't want to wake up in my family.
Okay, how about a whisper woo? Ooh. There you go. There you go. I love the whisper woos, man. All right, buddy, you have a great day. I got some good music on the way for you, okay?
Yeah, take a minute. Bye.
All right, bye. Donovan, everybody. He held down the fort. You know, I had to go get Aaron and say good morning to Aaron. So I had to get him outside. So I just told Donovan to keep talking. And sure enough, He did not disappoint. I don't know what he said, but he was on when I came back. So
that's how you want to do radio. Say, I'll just leave. You take over from here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll see you in a few minutes. Whatever happens, happens.
And that's what happened. And it was like good. I didn't even have to pay him. He's just a great talent there.
You're paying other people?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Scoot over more so you're in the camera. Let me get you in there.
Where do you want me?
Go on the Facebook. See the camera that's up top. People need to see that face.
You still want to get eye contact with me?
Sometimes. I mean, I'm looking at you through the stream and the video. I know it's not the same. I have to set up my studio to be different, but we've already established this, so I'll figure it out.
All right, tell me when I look optimally cool.
I'm gonna have to ask other people.
I can't see it. Only you have access to what they're saying.
Well, no, you can go on to the Facebook page at Rock 102.1, and then you'll be able to comment along as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm setting that up.
Oh, yeah. I got minute 38. Gonna do a quick segment about the Happy Madison or the Happy Gilmore video game that we never got.
Oh, that sounds like it would have been awesome.
Exactly. And honestly, the more details you hear about this, the more awesome it sounds. And the more upset, make sure you mute that. The more upset you're going to be about not getting this.
I mean, can someone like conceivably get the rights and bring it back, or is we like 30 years too late on that?
I mean, investors may think it could be 30 years too late on that, but if it's like an app, I say why not?
That's true. I mean, like, you can get some pretty intense mobile games these days.
Hell yeah, they could.
And what is it? It's just be like a golf simulator, right? So
yeah,
pretty simple theoretically.
No, it's even cooler than that. I'm telling you.
What a tease!
I know.
Can't wait to hear more.
I'm glad I got you on the edge of your seat.
Whew.
Good. Because wait till I tell you the information that's coming. You're gonna be so mad and sad at the same time. Be a flood of emotions here. All right.
I think I figured out the comments.
20 seconds. You did? Well, then comment to everybody. Let people know you're on. All right, 10 seconds. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Let me tell you a story about a video game that never was. A video game that you're going to wish was, and that you're going to be angry about all day long. That you didn't have this growing up. It has to do with Adam Sandler. And, of course, his classic Happy Gilmore.
Oh, it's a classic film.
Aaron is hanging out with me for the rest of the show. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning. What's going on, y'all?
So you love Happy Gilmore, too, I take it.
All those movies, you know, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, pretty much all that kind of old school Sandler stuff.
Absolutely. That was peak Sandler. So a story just came out from a game developer named Mike Mika, who shared a look at a Happy Gilmore video game he once pitched to Adam Sandler. Now, this video game was going to be a hybrid fighting and golf game.
Oh, there's not many of those out there.
No, exactly. Like the Price is Wrong, bitch type stuff, right? Mika said that Sandler liked the idea, so he was all about it, and he thought this idea was going to be a slam dunk, like it was going to get made. The video game that combined golf with fighting between Happy Gilmore, Bob Barker, Shooter McGavin, and the rest of the crew is what was in the pitch. He went on to say that there was a classic video game called Ninja Golf that came out in the 80s. That was a total inspiration.
I've never heard of that one.
It was an Atari game.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That seems pretty advanced for an Atari game.
Yeah, it wasn't. You know, the concept was advanced, but the graphics and everything was very Atari. We're so spoiled now. I mean, we have better graphics on our phone, so you could essentially get not even a Nintendo 64. You get better than Nintendo 64 quality on your phone.
Oh, you can get much better than that. Have you seen that? They're actually making like these additions to your iPhones now where you can actually play your Xbox games on it with like little adapters that come onto the sides.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, it's on the way, if not already here.
Oh man. I'm excited. All right, well, yeah, let's get back into this Happy Gilmore game, which I really think if this Twitter thread goes viral enough, they should at least parlay that into developing an app and keeping it on whatever console it was going to be designed for. So say this happened when Happy Gilmore came out. I guess it would be like Sega Genesis, Nintendo 16 or 64 era, right?
Yeah. I mean, right around that. Yeah, I think N64 is big right around then. I don't think Xbox is quite on the scene.
Right. So there you go. So you could easily do a 64-bit game with Happy Gilmore. It wouldn't even take up too much data. Get it done. Anyways, what some other details of this game that are going to get you excited about it is that Abraham Lincoln and the alligator would have been unlockable characters.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, maybe you would have to find Carl Weathers' hand. And he said everyone that was involved was super supportive. And Mike tweeted that Adam's brother was amazing and he was a ringer trying to get these companies, or Mike's own brother was trying to get these companies off their ass and also get the right deal.
Yeah. So like, what's the main reason that didn't get developed if everyone was on board?
There is no main reason. It just didn't happen. It was one of those things where financially, none of the backers or the video game developers thought it was as good an idea as we think it is, and how Adam Sandler and this Mike Micah thought. They both thought it was a great idea, and I agree. 20 years later, I still agree that was a great idea.
It still holds up just as good. I mean, I think it just sounds perfect for an app still, though. So
yeah, absolutely, they could still cash in on that.
Just some extra points from the power up. You get to do the crow hop golf shot.
Mm-hmm.
Unlock the hockey stick putter, possibly.
Yes.
That's it. It's got so much potential.
So much potential. It's cracking those drives. Now, Mike did tweet that he tried really hard, as did Adam, and they all seemed like it was a slam dunk. They thought it would be a slam dunk and it would happen, but unfortunately, it did not in this timeline, maybe another timeline, and that is the video game we all wish we had. Mm-hmm. Coming up next, your opportunity to win tickets to see your Tucson Sugar Skulls as we play another round of Faker, Florida. You don't want to miss it. Stick around.
Yeah, I'd play the crap out of that game.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'd play the crap out of the game now. Like, give it to me now, and I'll play it. Got Lit and Breaking Benjamin.
Got some Lit coming up?
Got some Lit coming up.
All right.
Oh, it's Lit.
I saw Lit at one of those like tacos and beer festivals they did at the Rito Downs over there a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
I did not know how many songs I actually liked from them until I watched them. They have more than one. And a lot of them are good.
More than My Worst Enemy?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
They have like at least 3 more that I knew and remembered really well. I just didn't know it was Lit.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy talk.
I mean, of course, everyone went nuts for My Own Worst Enemy at the end there, but
yeah.
I saw War at a fair once,
mm-hmm.
and I think they played Lowrider for like 35 minutes straight, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. But you know, they're definitely trying to fill some set list up.
They're like, hey man, we're supposed to play for 2 hours. We only got 1 hour worth of music. Let's do Lowrider.
Hey, no one's complaining.
Entire set. No, they're just jamming.
Yeah, all those like drunk moms at the fair just dancing to the Lowrider saxophones. It was a good time.
That was funny. I got an email, Anna, and the subject line is, I effed up.
What'd you F up?
Yeah. There was a stop set, which is commercials that they're supposed to air in certain hours that they're scheduled. I had the last stop set of the 7 o'clock hour air in the 8 o'clock hour. So, and that means for people on the FM side, they're going to hear 4 different sets of commercials this hour. So it's loaded up with commercials.
Oh, I see. I thought earlier you were just saying you played the wrong commercials or something. I get it now.
Yeah. The last stop set of the 7 a.m. hour, and she is not someone you want to mess with. Played in the 8 a.m. hour. And I'm going to let her know the reason why. Here's the excuse. I am a idiot.
You can use that one for a lot of things.
Yeah, well, I end up
It comes
having
up a lot.
to. Yeah. I mean, I just did that on the Facebook page. I don't know if you scroll down on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page, you're going to notice that on Sunday, I was promoting the fact that we're giving away tickets to Corn all week. That's a big ticket item, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the poster, the concert flyer for the show. So I'm like, you know what? I'm a man who gets things done. Let me just go to Google. I know it's going to be an auction. Corn's playing an auction. So I'll go to Google. I'll just rip a concert poster from the old Google there, copy it, paste it, be good to go.
Don't tell me you picked an auction Corn tour from a couple years ago when they had a different band opening up for him.
That's exactly what happened. How do you know?
Oh, everyone's talking about it.
They are talking about it. Actually, there's a lot of comments on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean everyone's talking about it?
Oh, I heard about it even.
Who'd you hear about it from?
People, people are calling me, people are texting me.
And they're like, oh, you're doing a show with this idiot here?
Yeah.
This guy he can't even read concert flyers. It said 2019 on the flyer.
Yeah, there's a rumor going around. You were just trying to, give out tickets to old shows that weren't good anymore just to save a little bit of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, like you didn't say it's active concert tickets. All you said was concert tickets.
Yeah, either way, as long as they tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. I will say this, and the engagement was up.
There you go.
So like I could have played it off as in I posted that just see if you guys would notice that it was the wrong concert poster. That way you would comment and say I'm so stupid, but you commenting is actually increasing the reach of this post, letting you know that I'm giving away tickets for Corn.
Wow. Any good press or any press is good press.
I did say with Alice in Chains. So I forgot that Stained was opening up with Corn. It's a big fact, a big part of this concert package, a big detail, I should say. And I overlooked that and forgot about that completely. And I was like, Alice in Chains is back. There you go. Lane Stanley came back from the dead.
Ooh.
And he's
my first concert was Alice in Chains.
Original lineup?
No.
Yeah. Well then,
I mean, it was pretty early into the new lineup. Probably like one of the first tours.
Right.
They were playing with Velvet Revolver, if you remember them.
Oh, I remember them.
That was a great show. Got to see Slash, all sorts of fun stuff.
Did you see his eyes? Do you know if he has them?
I mean, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
They were buried pretty deep there between a hat, a hair, and some glasses.
That's a classic Slash.
But I did remember he was wearing a T-shirt that made it look like he had realistic boobs out.
Realistic boobs out?
It was a skin-colored shirt, and it had made it look like he had boobs. And I'm like, what a confusing time in my life.
Were you turned on by Slash is what you're saying?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'm saying, is this my first pair of boobs I'm seeing right now? And
right. Slash with boobs is essentially Cher.
I mean, I'm sure if there was a poster of that, it'd be in every preteen guy's room.
Slash with boobs?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to Google that right now.
It probably exists.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to look up Google images as we speak to see if I can't find Slash with boobs.
You heard of Rule 34?
Rule 34? No.
The rule of the internet, where they're basically, if there could possibly be porn of anything, it does exist and you can find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There could possibly be porn of anything. It does exist and you can find it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so when I do Slash with boobs, it's showing just regular boobs. With the slash is being like the seatbelt, or
I see.
Apparently they call it's a strap, if you're a woman's wearing a purse and the purse strap is going between her boobs, that's a slash of boobs.
Oh, okay. So that's also a pretty specific thing to look up that seems to have a lot of results.
Yeah, exactly. Guns N' Roses. So I'm putting in slash Guns N' Roses with boobs.
Sure, that's got to come up with a lot of stuff.
Well, the good news is there's a lot of pictures of Slash now. I'm getting away from actual boobs.
Okay, so we're getting closer, or maybe farther from what you actually want.
Right. Yeah, I don't see any images of Slash with boobs. I see a shirtless Slash who was very fit back in the day.
Was he really? He was not that fit when I saw him.
Well, he was like middle-aged man when you saw him.
That's
I
true.
mean, back in Guns N' Roses, there's a reason. It was all about cock and roll. Guns N'
Good
Roses were the epitome of cock and roll. In fact, I'm looking at pictures of, Axl doing an entire set just in boxer briefs, showing the outline of his wang and everything else. So
Those are good times.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd do that anymore. Have you seen him lately on tour?
I know for a fact he'd never do that. Yeah. It's terrible.
I mean, I would, if he wanted to, I would support it, relive the good times.
Okay.
I'm not sure everyone would be into it, but, do you, man? You've brought pleasure to a lot of people over the years. If you want to play in your boxers on stage, who am I to stop you?
Yeah, I'm sure there's super fans that would not mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would laugh, but I'm a hater. So that's what haters do. Would I do the same thing? Would I perform in my underwear? No. Have I performed with my shirt off while still being fat? Absolutely.
There you go. It's all about the confidence. Confidence is key.
You know what? I was drunk enough. It wasn't necessarily confidence.
See, that's the liquid confidence right there.
Yes. And it worked. I mean, but yeah, I was pretty drunk. Looking back at those pictures, I'm not proud of that moment. It did not look as good as I thought it was looking at the time. And I did it because I was there's a band up in Phoenix called Black Bottom Lighters who I was supporting and I became buddies with, and they always like to perform with their shirts off, right? They're cock and roll type guys. Chicks dig them. And so I went up to do a little freestyle with them, and I decided to join the club.
I mean, at that point, you got to.
In a way.
It's like you'd be like, if you're the only one with a shirt on, you'd be like that one kid, the tubby kid at the pool.
Rock 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. I'm hanging out with my good friend Aaron. It's time to play Fake or Florida. 600 KFMA is the phone number. I have tickets on the line for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. They are performing this Saturday, July 24th, I believe. It's a big deal that the Sugar Skulls are performing against the Bismarck. Yeah, the Bismarck Bucks. But arena football, that's high energy, very quick paced football. It's very fun. So if you haven't been to an arena football game, you're kind of missing out.
And the games are a blast. I've been to a few myself.
Yeah, in the TCC. So every seat is a good seat. You know that for guarantee. You could almost feel those hits. So it's not like being at Cardinal Stadium where you're sitting in the nosebleeds. Okay. So the way that we're going to do this little game called Fake or Florida, I'm going to give you 4 headlines. Okay. You have to guess which one of those headlines is fake, as the other ones are real stories from the great state of Florida. Okay. So let's get into it. First, let me go to the phones, see if I got a contestant to guess one of these headlines. Caller, what's your name? Nick. All right, Nick. So you're going to be my first contestant here. I'm going to give you 4 headlines. You got to try to guess which one is the fake one, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. Our first headline. Florida man tries to throw a live gator onto building's roof. Next headline. Florida woman charged for flashing breasts at a high school recital. Next headline. Suspected candle thief in Florida injures dozens with bear spray during his escape. And final headline that I will try to read correctly here. Fake power company workers stole Florida widow's jewelry, more than $25,000 worth of jewelry. Which one of these headlines is fake?
They all could be real.
Yeah.
They all really sound real. And honestly, it's between the first one or the third one is the one I'm gearing to. So flip a quarter and third one.
You're going to say the third one. Suspected candle thief in Florida injures dozens with bear spray mace. That is real. Oh, so sorry, Nick. Thank you for playing. Caller, what's your name?
My name is Summer.
All right, Summer. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you 3 headlines because Nick eliminated one. You have to let me know which one of these headlines is fake. First headline, Florida man tries to throw live gator on the building's roof. Second headline, Florida woman charged with flashing breasts at a high school recital. And final headline, fake power company workers stole Florida widow's jewelry, more than $25,000 worth of jewelry. Summer, which one do you think is fake?
Let's say the second one, the flasher.
The second one, the flasher. That is correct. That is fake. Yes, Summer, you just won those tickets to see the Tucson Sugar Skulls this weekend at the TCC. It's going to be a fun game.
That can be great.
Hell yeah. Stay on hold for me, okay?
Thank you.
All right, yeah. And the other two stories, which one were you leaning towards being fake there, Aaron?
Oh, that's tough. Well, originally I was agreeing with the first guy because I don't know if there's that many bears in Florida. So like,
there's not.
Yeah.
Just, the bear mace has become a very popular weapon of sorts lately. So you got to watch out for D-bags with bear mace. But this guy,
being a candle thief is pretty specific.
Yeah, what's funny about this, the guy went to go steal candles. He walked out of that store with 30 to 35 felonies. So the guy is done because of this. He sprayed a bunch of people with bear mace. And so he's going down. And then the Florida man who tried to throw a live gator onto a building's roof, he was just wildcatting. That's just what Florida does.
I mean, I feel like that happens. That happens day to day. And with the flashing thing, that's got to happen a lot too. Something tells me they just don't charge for that anymore.
Yeah, no. They're like, oh, it must have been a great recital. Yeah. They earned that flash. All right, we got more of Beef Vegan Presents coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Clear. Oh, yeah.
I think Florida man is just unlimited content.
Exactly, Florida man. All right, guys, I got to take Summer's information real quick. So chat amongst yourselves. We're going to be right back. All right, we're back. Oh, we're back.
Oh, yeah.
Squeezing out, trying to get through all these commercial breaks here.
Yeah, so we got double now, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's a little tricky. I'm trying to see where my 9 o'clock hour reset is.
I get it. Try to pie them all in for while I'm in here. Get me on the air less.
No,
it's probably better. It's probably better for ratings. I get it.
That's not true. Aaron's a pretty likable dude, and I'm saying that I'm talking about you like you're not here.
I'm right here.
Third person. So I consider you a very likable dude.
Nice.
Yeah. How was your week so far? How did your event go on over the weekend? The tattoo.
Oh, it was awesome. Event? So so we signed up we did 40 tattoos on Saturday in the brewery, which was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to stop selling the bundles at 6:30 because there's such a long line already for people to get in there. So it was madness the whole day.
Yeah, what was the bundle again?
So it was $60. You get a flash tattoo, like one of 12 or 15 designs they had picked out. Then you get a pint of beer, and then you get to keep the custom pint glass.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I mean, that's
a screaming deal.
Hey, you can't really find $60 tattoos anywhere, even flash.
So did you get a tattoo?
Yeah, I got a little small one.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Show it on the stream.
It's still healing up pretty good. It's pretty bruised right now.
All right.
Tell me when it's on there.
You got it on the inside of your leg there.
Yeah, it's a barrel cactus, but it's a beer mug.
Okay.
Which makes sense to get inside a brewery in Arizona.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
Yeah, so now me and probably 20 other people around town got one of those things somewhere.
Tattoo twins.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the first time that that you've been a tattoo twin with somebody?
Yes, it is.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. So if you're one of my tattoo twins out there, hit me up.
You know I have a tattoo twin, right?
Who's that?
That is Ryan from Mother. Mother's one of my favorite bands.
Oh, I've seen you post about them.
Yeah,
they're pretty good from what I've heard.
They're fantastic. They blew up on TikTok over the summer, and yeah, they just performed on the Late Late Show, and they're huge in Canada, and I became friends with them, and it's a trip because Ryan is like one of my top. I would say top 5 easily, maybe top 3 favorite songwriters.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I love his work. There's plenty of his songs that I absolutely love. A couple albums that are front to back classics in my mind. So I'm a super fan.
Has that just been through Mother, or have you followed from his other bands going up and stuff?
No other bands, just his Mother.
Nice.
And, you know, it was a trip because I have my toes tattooed, right?
Okay.
Toe tagged is what I call it. So I have beef vegan on my feet.
Just in case they find your body in a ditch somewhere.
I know exactly where I'm at. If they Google beef vegan, they'll find me. And after a show, we did a show where they came to town. It was a Wednesday night, and I put on the show. I was promoting it. So I had money on the line. So if people didn't show up to the show, I would lose money, and I was not in a position to lose money. But if people showed up to the show, I could make money.
All right.
And fortunately, you know, we've been building up the band. They were one of our like marquee bands on the station. Nobody outside the station really knew of them. So it was 100% a station show based off the listeners of the morning show. And we were able to sell out the press room up there, which is 1,000 people. And we did that on a Wednesday night. Now, at this point in time, Mother is like platinum in Canada and well known.
Wow.
But no one really knew them. They couldn't, for whatever reason, it wasn't sticking in America. They didn't, you know, they weren't able to find that connection. They didn't get the radio support, whatever, and they weren't able to get the same following they had in Canada or over in England that they did in the States. So, you know, it hurt Ryan's feelings, basically, you know, because he's like, I feel like we're making great music, but I don't know why America doesn't like it.
Is it just because the Canadians are so polite? Are they just being nice? Is that
right?
Why? Yeah,
it does. It makes an artist question his, you know, abilities and whether or not his art is good. Their art. I mean, they're a full 5-piece band. His sister's in the band. So when they came out to the show earlier that morning, and then later on in the night, we have this sellout crowd waiting for them of the most people that they performed in front of as a headliner in the United States.
I mean, 1,000 people is a pretty huge venue.
At Wednesday night, yes, it was a beautiful show. It was absolutely, the energy was amazing. It was wall to wall, people singing along all these words. So it was so euphoric for them. He got such a high off of it. He loved it so much that after the show, we're hanging out in the green room. I had my buddy Johnny Bro, is a tattoo artist. And he wanted a tattoo, and he got beef, the same tattoo I have on my foot, tattooed across his toes.
He's got toe tagged on beef too.
Nice. Yes, which is fantastic. And a couple stories came from after that, you know, and to help me be mentioned and talked about within the industry of certain artists and circles. Because, you know, when people see his tattoo, they ask him about it, and the story comes back to this guy in Phoenix at the time, this DJ who was doing a morning show out of his house that was able to sell 1,000 tickets to their show in a market where they felt like they had little to no presence. They were coming out for years, and the shows kept getting bigger, but they didn't think it would make that leap to 1,000 people, and it was huge. So it was one of my proudest moments.
I think those are the best kind of tattoos, though, right? Where it's less of like what the actual design is, more of the experience around it.
Yeah.
Because he probably didn't go into that night and like, you know what? I've always wanted the word beef tattooed on me.
I know, it's funny, and it's crazy because people think it's Beef Heart, and I'll show you.
Oh, Captain Beefheart?
Yeah, something like that. I'll show you. Hold on, we're going to go back on the air, so. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. I'm hanging out with my good buddy Aaron. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, thanks for being back. You know, you're always welcome. Aaron joins us each and every, usually Wednesday. But with it being Tuesday, you're going on vacation tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm heading to Maine, which is very far away from here.
What's in Maine?
So it's my girlfriend Hannah's family's all out there. So she grew up in that area. So they just have a little cabin out there. They hit up every summer. We just kind of do nothing and hang out in the woods.
I like that. Are you going to eat some lobster rolls while you're out there?
I'm planning on getting lobster rolls. I've heard about some other things, which I do not know what they are. Red hot dogs apparently is a thing. Blackstone steaks are a thing. I do not know what those are.
You have to eat all that stuff. When you're on vacation, you got to go on a food tour.
I think I'm just going to go on a food tour. Then I'm going to have them push me out in a kayak and tell them to find me in 3 days.
Do me a favor. I want to get so outraged and just mad. You need to find lobster rolls and then tell me how cheap they are. Because I think in Maine, there's an overabundance of lobster. And I believe that they're going to be awesome and cheap, which you don't get. You don't get cheap lobster rolls in the desert. So if you tell me you're coming across like $4 12-inch lobster rolls, I'm going to punch somebody in the face.
I'll send you some pictures. I'm sure I'll be eating them daily.
You bastard. How long are you going to be gone for?
A full week. So Wednesday to a Wednesday.
Nice.
So you're going to have me on like Thursday next week or something like that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I got some car news here for you. Big car guy, Aaron.
I have a car.
All right, but it's not electric.
It's not electric, although I'd be very interested in getting one.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have gotten electric cars. Electric cars may be the future. They're getting easier to charge and saving money. And of course, with all the pollution and whatnot, it cuts back on emissions, and that's nice. The new car smell just isn't the same for some electronic cars, though. And car customers are complaining. So Ford created a gasoline scented fragrance to help people make the transition to battery power. So we're missing the smell of gasoline in our new car smell. So they figured out a way to fix that. Now, sadly, it's not for sale just yet. It was created as a promotion, but
they're teasing us.
Yeah. If enough people demand one, then maybe you'll get a gasoline scented air freshener for your car and call it that new old school car smell. Right.
I don't. So I might just not understand this, but why do electric cars not have the same new car smell? Is it gasoline related somehow?
Yes. It's the engine.
Oh, really?
Yes, because you're still getting a little bit of that fragrance in through your air conditioning and whatnot. You're kind of smelling your engine, because if you say something's burning in your engine, you got a leak or something, you could smell that in your car. Same thing with what's happening underneath the hood. You get a little bit of that scent. It's not overwhelming, but it's enough to make a difference. Now, here's good news for electric cars. Future Jeeps may be able to drive underwater, partially because they're electric, because EVs don't have air intakes or exhausts. So, the days of getting flooded out because you drove through a wash may be soon behind us if you got an electric Jeep.
That sounds pretty intense. I'm talking fully submerged here, just going through like a little bit of a flood.
Not like a submarine, but submerged enough.
Jeep will get there.
Yes, Jeep will get there.
Jeep will get there.
Yeah. Now, moving forward to a story of a teen driver who wish they had one of those future Jeeps. This teen was in Colorado. He hit the gas instead of the brake, and he did not have a good day because he ended up providing plenty of laughs for the local police department when this teen was cited for careless driving after he accidentally flattened a fence and drove straight into a pool. Now, he was driving an Infiniti when he drove into that pool, so it sank like a rock, but it gave the police department in that area an opportunity to really hit one of these zingers. And the police department tweeted out thanking the fire department for all that they did to help get the car out of the pool. And they said, check out our new Infiniti pool.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Someone got a raise that day.
Yeah. So there you go. This is the future of cars. And that teen, again, wishes he had an underwater Jeep, but didn't. We got more Beefing and Presents coming up on the way, and Naked News at 9:30 as I hang out with my good friend Aaron. I hope you hang out as well. You in? Clear. Okay, so what I got to do is I got to get ready because we got to do a little recording.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I am going to have to put you guys backstage. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see, we still got a few minutes.
So how does this recording thing work?
All right. All right, I'm taking it backstage. We got to record something. I got to call Aaron's ex-fling.
Oh, I've been dreading this one.
You should. It's going to be great. don't let anyone know your score. All right, we're back on the stream.
That's right.
We are back on the stream.
What up, guys?
Yeah. And the reason why we took a little extended break there, for those of you stuck around, some of you, is because we had to record Aaron's score report. So
things got wild.
Yeah, we called a girl that he knew from the past. She was very game and
surprisingly game.
Yeah. Which is great. I have to record those ahead of time just because for the sake of legalities and things like that.
Oh yeah.
And then so that next week when you're on vacation, you'll still be on the show in a way.
The ghost of me will be live.
Drum, we might have to throw you into the score report.
Oh, you're gonna have to do one.
Yeah, everyone does a score report of sorts.
That's confidence.
It is confidence. So girls are they got this false confidence because all girls think they're great in bed, but
that's true.
That's not necessarily the case.
See, I used to think I was somewhat of a starfish.
Okay. Yeah. And what changed that? You stopped being so damn lazy and selfish?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Starfish. Did you get your Nick Canoe sheet?
I didn't yet.
Okay. It's still the same one I sent you yesterday. I'm just going to update that every day.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do Nick and News here in a little bit. We're not ready for that. I do want to play another round of the last word.
Okay.
Try to give you a shot of redemption and have you play against Drum.
Have you played yet? Oh, see, I'm undefeated, actually.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good record.
It's 1-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's 1,000% though.
Yeah.
Pretty intimidating right there. I don't know how.
Oh, dang, you brought your own stuff?
Yeah, man, she's a pro. You got it.
I was doing traffic for it.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's my first radio.
Drum, make sure you speak into the microphone. I have you on the stream right now.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
One word game.
Maybe not.
I might suck.
Yeah,
I was just doing traffic.
yeah.
I mean, he might set you up like the top 10 traffic rules.
Top 10 traffic.
I would know 0.
No cussing. Just kidding.
That's true.
No cussing and don't have too much of a personality.
Don't be stoked about an accident somewhere.
Oh my god, a car's on fire. I mean, oh no. Yeah, not a lot of crazy things happen in Tucson. So when they do, I used to be like, oh my god, finally.
What?
I hope they're okay. Thank you for causing an accident. I hope you made it out in one piece.
I gotta get the stream back up. My thing.
All right, we got about 1:45 before we get into the last word. Drum versus Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
What up, Rob? Good to see you. Normally, again, we don't have those long stretches, but I gotta catch up on time. Play some extra music. No one's claiming. Where can you find me? On Facebook. You could look it up on Facebook and then see that the Facebook there. And then you could comment and all that stuff. Or it's on YouTube, YouTube/BeFegan. It's on Twitch as well if you're on Twitch.
Yes, I am on Twitch.
BeFegan Presents on Twitch.
Oh, you're Twitch? I know that.
Oh, yeah.
I got up.
Yeah. Yeah, please do.
I don't think you're put that one out on that.
Well, it's still new to me. I'm still trying to figure out what Twitch is.
I love Twitch. It's
well, then you guys need to get on it. Help sub it, clip it, do all the Twitch stuff that happens. I don't know. I don't know any of it.
I've only ever seen it for like live podcast events and stuff.
Well, this is a live podcast event.
Whoa.
Every single day.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
mind blown. Father.
All right.
What's the best way you have the stream up for live comments?
Probably Facebook. We get most of our comments on Facebook, but they're also on. It doesn't matter. I could share them on the stream so you can see. But let's get into this. Get ready for the last word. Headphones on. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents. Thank you guys for sticking around. It is now 9:07, and of course I'm hanging out here with my good friend Aaron. I'd like to welcome back to the show Drum, our news girl, who's getting ready for the naked news, and she's going to be doing that in a little bit. Go ahead and say good morning, Drum.
Morning.
All right, so since we have Drum in studio and we have Aaron. Last week, Aaron went head-to-head against Matt in a round of the last word. We want to continue that as we continue the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League.
I took him down, by the way, undefeated.
You did. I mean, there was a little controversy around it, so it's not necessarily like a clean victory. So this might be an opportunity for you to win wholeheartedly, not wholeheartedly, but undeniably.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Challenge accepted.
So right. What is it? What do you get when you win? Just like, is it like street
so far
cred?
Nothing.
No, this is a season here at Drum. So the Beef Vegan Presents Competitive League, we're amassing a record, and then we're doing an entire season. And once we get through the season, the winner, whoever has the best record at that season, will win a prize, and the loser might have to do something as well. So maybe the shoey or something just like that. But right now, let's just focus on the rules at hand. This game is called the last word. The way the last word goes, I will give one of the two contestants here. I will give an answer, then the following the other contestant will give an answer back, and you go back and forth giving correct answers without repeating one another's answers. And whoever gets the last correct answer right within the 30 seconds will win the round. We're doing a best of 3 rounds. Whoever wins the best of 3 will win the game and then get that W in the Beef Vegan Presents competitively. Any questions?
I think I'm good. Do you got any questions?
I think I'm ready to try this out. Let's
All right.
Okay. We'll start off with Aaron since he is the defending champion. He's bragging about it so much. The clock will begin as soon as I finish letting you know what this subject is.
Okay, give us an easy one.
Here we go. Name a band that has 3 members.
That's a trickier one than last week. Nirvana.
Green Day.
Green Day. Yep.
Nice. Let's go Blink-182.
Got it.
I want to say Cake.
Cake? No.
No.
No?
Dang.
Okay. So you're still up, right?
Yeah. Drum. Got to go another one.
Damn. Pressure. I don't remember.
Oh, time is up, Drum.
All these bands in my brain, and
that's a tough one too.
Yeah.
That's a tough category.
Yeah, Cake. I couldn't give you Cake. Cake is almost like an orchestra. They got horns and everything. They're definitely not a three-man band.
That's right.
So Cake doesn't even have. They even have more than 3 letters in the name of the band, right? Because there's 4. That's just a math thing. All right, that's all right though. 1 round goes to Aaron. Drum, you could tie it up with this round, and I'm going to let you start off this round, okay?
All right.
And the clock will start when I finish asking this question. Name a topping that you put on pizza. Go.
Pineapple.
Okay.
Hot take already. Pepperoni.
Okay.
Ham.
Ground beef.
Sausage.
Green peppers.
Jalapenos.
Okay.
Nice. Anchovies.
Okay.
Cheese.
Ooh.
Okay.
We're doing that. How about red sauce?
That's not a topping.
Well, it's cheese.
Okay, fine. Sauce. Come go.
I'm gonna say. Damn it!
Oh
no!
Oh no! You paused and you ran out of time, Drum. This was an
Why
easy.
did these things happen?
See, that one was almost too easy.
Too easy.
Or the timing was the game there.
The challenge in that round was to not repeat a topping and to get the last word in. So you kind of go back and forth. The pause was a deadly mistake, Drum, and that means you lose the game because of it. So
I'll get him next time.
Congratulations, Aaron, for winning back-to-back games of the last word. And I'll say this, all right, with this is definitive. Like, there's no controversy around it. You won this round of the last word. Yeah.
Is anyone else 2-0 yet?
I'd have to check. There's 11 people in this league. This is bigger than most people's fantasy football leagues.
That's pretty huge.
It's a big league. So anyone who ends up winning at the end of the season definitely deserves all the credit in the world. How about we do one bonus round just to see if Drum could at least get one on the board?
Just to get on the board.
Just to get on the board. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I don't know if this is her category, though, but we'll find out. All right. Drum, I'll let you start it off. Name a car, make, and model.
All right. Chevy truck. Does that count?
No.
Car, make, and model.
Yes. You're close.
Jeep Renegade.
Jeep Renegade. There's one.
Chevy Silverado.
Okay.
Dodge Ram.
Okay.
Kia Optima.
All right.
I know Jeep's more than anything. Jeep Wrangler.
Okay.
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say.
Oh, again. Oh, this is not your game right now. That's all right.
I'm just gonna need to drink more coffee in the morning. I think that's what it is.
Oh, she's already coming up with excuses. Congratulations, Aaron, for winning this round of the last word. Coming up next, we have the naked news. Oh, nowhere. Clear.
I think it is the coffee. I didn't have coffee last time. I'm on fire right now.
Yeah, you are
on fire. I was like, dang, cars, make, and model.
Yeah, car, make, and model.
I was starting to get strategy too. And like she said, she knows Jeeps. I'm gonna start hammering Jeep brands so she knows less.
I'll tell you what, Aaron thinks he's on fire right now. I need somebody on the stream to give me a call, 600 KFMA, and see if they can't take down Aaron in a round of the last
game
word.
on.
So give me a call. Somebody on the stream, call and challenge Aaron real quick while Drum gets ready for the naked news. Do you got that file? The same thing I sent you yesterday.
I do got that file.
Okay. Get over, get comfortable with it. Figure out your segues. All right, we're going to go from one to the other. 600 KFMA, give a call right now to challenge Aaron. And one round, just one round to see if he can beat you. I need to know. Now, you guys are answering along here on the rank 1500, the 500, 35.
Dude, I said the band one. I was just kind of reading all the posters for inspiration.
Yeah, that actually was smart.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, damn it.
That's like a Usual Suspects. They're like Kevin Spacey and the Usual Suspects. So you're looking around all the concert posters looking for three-piece. You could have said Highly Suspect. They're three-piece bands.
I don't know a lot of this. Like I go with the obvious. I didn't have many more.
Right.
I was gonna go Crosby, Stills, and Nash, but I don't even know if there's like backup musicians in there. So
I would have been like Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, I could have said Fever 333.
Yeah, it looks like you know what? The streamers are scared of you, Aaron, so that's good news.
They should be.
Yeah. Nobody wants a piece. So I gotta put that on there. Not that nobody wants a piece, but
you could put that on there.
Yeah.
They want a piece, just maybe not competitively.
Yeah.
Get in touch off air. I'll still call me any time of day. I'll take you down.
Yep. With that win, Aaron now moves to 2-0.
Nice.
Drum.
I am an underdog. Let's go.
That's where you want to be too.
Fitting, since one of my favorite teams is both the Saints and the Browns.
Yeah, there you go. Browns are coming along though.
All right, so here's what we got: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 people in the league. I should actually include. There'd probably be 12 people in the league if I include Justin Spears.
Has he played yet?
Not yet. I don't think so.
Soon.
Yeah, he will this Thursday. So, yeah, this is a. Yeah, so here's the record right now. So we got Matt at 1-1, Lance at 1-2, Aaron 2-0.
Oh yeah,
D-Rock 1-2, Mari tied for first with 2-0.
Oh, Mari.
Yeah. And you can't underestimate Mari and her ability to rack up W. She was actually really good at this game. Todd Bowe, they haven't played yet. Powers is 1-0. Herb Trafford 0-1. Drum 0-1. a meal. Didn't get a chance to play with you yet, but next time.
I like it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting in first place. Mari.
Or me and Mario are gonna go in the championships, maybe, or something.
Well, you know, it's still too soon.
How long does the season go?
Probably a full book, like a ratings book.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I think we'll go into the fall. So I mean, it should be racked up like I would say almost like a football schedule. We'll see, like, you know, at the end, I would estimate people will probably be like 12-4 would be like first place. 0-16. There might be 16 weeks of this. Yes, Mari does have those super humming skills. There was two games that Derek and Mari competed in yesterday, and it was super fun. One we gave away tickets for, so we did a hum off, and they each had songs that they had to hum to a contestant. So I had two people call in, basically pick teams with Mari and D, and then they were a team. So Derek had to hum to his contestant, and his contestant had to guess what songs Derek was humming, and Mari had to hum songs to her contestant. And so essentially it was 2-on-2. And so Derek lost the tag team match, and that was a fun game. I like that game.
That sounds like a fun game.
It was a super fun game. And then we did another round of the last word.
I'm going to do this Twitch stream right and drop my favorite dude here.
Is that me?
All hail Cthulhu.
Oh.
I thought Beef was your favorite.
Yeah, like I'm already your favorite dude.
I'm sorry. It's gotta be Cthulhu. He's at tentacles for life, my guys.
That's true. I'm too old to understand what that means.
You don't know Cthulhu, the tentacle monster?
No.
You're sleeping on a very important individual there, Beef.
Apparently.
Yeah, you don't want to get on the wrong side of that either.
No, I don't.
Just jump on our favorite hub and look up Cthulhu and go from there.
I think Beef has a different favorite hub.
No.
Ah, yeah. There you go, buddy. I got that joke. Did you get that joke? Drum, did you get that joke?
I'm talking about our orange and black friend. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, that's the one.
Yeah, that's where I dwell.
Oh.
That's where we be lurking.
That's where the tentacle monsters are?
That's where the tentacle.
I'm sure there's some, yeah.
There are many. R.I.P. Hentai Haven. That was where I was at though too.
Can't say I'm familiar with that. But intrigued.
It's quality.
Well, sweet. So I know that you're on Instagram. So how do people follow you here on the stream if they want to follow you, Drum?
Oh, they can follow me at Maya Huel Tentacle. It's a whole lot.
Yeah, you got to work on an easier URL, you know?
I mean,
I'm still trying to get used to saying Drum, but I said, you know, because I'm not 100% sold on it just rolling off the top of my tongue, but I also said earlier, it's not like I could say your first name because I can't properly say your first name. Your real first name, I butcher it.
How do you say your real first name?
Mireya.
Right? See, there's a little roll in there that I just...
if you're phonetically spelling it, it's like MEDAY.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I messed it up. I mean, nothing about that registered in my brain. Yeah, it's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One I'm way too dumb to be able to comprehend. And so I end up like gargling on my own spit when I try to say her name. So I'm glad not going with the first name. But I'm like, Drum. I was like, we could get something a little smoother than Drum.
Drums. It's one syllable.
Let me
the word everyone knows.
It is pretty smooth. And I like that it's, you know, non-binary. But what does Drum mean to you? Where did you come up with the nickname?
That's my last name.
Okay. Oh. It's just your last name.
Yeah, I got real lucky to have a really cool last name.
That's a pretty sweet last name. That's lucky.
I was like, I didn't have to think too hard about. I always was like growing up listening to the radio, I'd be like, what would my name be? And I was like, I'd have to keep some of my original name. Like I'd have to do it.
Right.
It's gotten me so far.
That's true.
So
and Beef got lucky just getting named Beef Vegan.
Yeah, I know. I was born to do this. I was like, thank God my last name's vegan. Pass me that cheeseburger.
Pass me that cheeseburger. Give me the juiciest ribs you got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just saw Alkaline Trio on the wall. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. I mean, it's in their name,
I'm
dude.
still studying.
Yeah,
I know.
are.
We had the cheat sheet right here. At no point did I think, maybe if I look up.
See, that's why, you know, you have to look in your environment and be sharp with that kind of stuff. I mean, that gave Aaron the advantage. Honestly, it did. And that was brilliant. I'm
Peppers
very
on there.
impressed.
Peppers a 3-piece, I think.
Yeah. Pepper is a 3-piece, yeah. That's why I recognize them. Yeah, this was I'm looking at that pepper one. That's a KFMA day that happened before I came down. It was in 2015.
There's some good ones on here.
Oh, yeah. There's some fantastic KFMA days. I miss them, like the Muse and 30 Seconds to Mars with Silver Some Pickups and Five Finger Death Punch, who wasn't even a headliner. They were fourth down, you know, with the Dirty Heads and Switchfoot. That happened in what year? That seems like that was 2012. I would guess. And that was a fantastic bill.
Yeah, I'll go to every single one of these. They're all good.
I really wish I could have been like more cognitive for the Cypress Hill one. Like if I could go back and watch that one, I need to know what it smelled like, and I need to know.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it smelled like weed.
That's what my mom says. She was like, it was a good time.
Hell
like,
yeah.
All right, you get it, Mom.
That's right. All right, let's get into the news. Rock 102.1 KFMA, it's Beef Vegan Presents, and every day around this time, we do a little segment we like to call the Naked News. Let's get into
Breaking news from Main Street to your street.
I think you just blew this thing wide open. God, I love the local news. Every summer, they tell me how to beat the heat, and every summer it works.
So, what are we doing? Are we just jumping right into this? Or...
All right, it's the Naked News with Drum. Drum, what are some of the stories you came across today on the interwebs?
All right, so with opening ceremonies for the Tokyo Olympics scheduled this weekend, there have been more than 60 COVID cases connected to the games.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yes, the COVID is running rampant in the Olympics, faster than a lot of these sprinters, which is not good news for them.
No, the latest two Americans, it's a gymnast, Kara Aker, and the women's basketball star, Katie Lou Samuelson.
Oh, wow. Have you been following the Olympics, Aaron? Are you excited about these Olympics?
I'm excited. I don't follow the whole thing leading up to it and all that, but man, 60 cases kind of seems like a lot for just getting started.
It hasn't even. I don't think it's officially started yet. The fact that they're just kind of like reporting the camp and getting ready for the Olympics, and 60 cases are breaking out. And these are athletes that are like hanging out in the sauna together. This is not good news. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull these Olympics off.
I mean, Toyota's pretty intimidated. They decided to pull all their commercials from Olympic programming in Japan, and their CEO and other executives will not attend the opening ceremony.
Oh, wow. So this is crazy that Toyota's doing this because they're all about face, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're about respect and everything. They don't want to be looked at in a foolish way. They don't want to be embarrassed. I think it's one of the worst things that you can, endure in that culture.
Yeah.
So they feel like it'd be an embarrassment to be involved in the Olympics that are in Japan.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, it's like they've been pretty unpopular in Japan, at least for the summer games. People are like spectating that, like Toyota is worried about the reputation.
Right. And are you picking up on the gravity of this? This is Toyota in Japan. So Toyota is Japan.
Oh, yeah.
And the Olympics are in Japan. So for the Olympic Committee, having Toyota as their major sponsor, that's the big money sponsor. And it makes sense having them step away, being like, no, we don't even want to be associated with the S show that's about to happen is not a good look and not a good sign for things to come.
It's especially bad because, the Olympics are supposed to be best face you can be. It's a sign of unity, all the countries together, coming together to compete. Yeah. And it's supposed to just be, very positive overall. So it's already rough if they're already pulling out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, since the beginning that was covering that, like, Toyota, not Toyota, but like most of the country has been like worried because you get a huge outbreak. It's a little island compared to
Right. Yeah. So we're coming through with all our variants, like wrecking the entire island like Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the Olympics are going to be exciting. Good to know. What else?
I think of it. Pearl Jam. Jeff Ament. Oh God.
Say it right, Aaron.
Ament.
Say it again.
Jeff Ament.
Ament.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm saying it. I could be saying it wrong too, though.
In a recent interview, he's unsure about concerts that require people to prove that they've been vaccinated. He's like, I just don't know if I want to go out and do 30 shows where you're just checking vaccination cards.
There you go. His freedom fighter is showing here. So with Jeff, a lot of people are going to agree with him on this. Now, Jeff is living in Montana, I believe, and been living in Montana for quite some time. It doesn't surprise me that he is showing concerns that he doesn't want to do big shows where they have to show proof of vaccination. And I think it's smart in a way not to get into this political conversation. It's a no-win conversation for somebody in his position, an entertainer who honestly just wants to go out there and play live music in front of a bunch of people, not divide the crowd down the middle based on their politics. But in this situation, these Pearl Jam concerts that are booked are all indoor arena concerts. So if there's a concern, then maybe he should convince Eddie and the boys to switch those indoor concerts into outdoor concerts and not be so strict about vaccination records going into an arena, right?
Yeah, I mean, 60,000 people inside is still, I mean, you don't see that happening that much yet, I don't think.
Not yet.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming quickly, too. I mean, hell, we got Guns N' Roses up at the Suns Arena here in September or something. I know Wolfgang Van Halen is doing a show at the Rialto the day before he opens up for that arena show. So they are coming, and that's going to be sold out to max capacity. And Pearl Jam's the same way, but Pearl Jam could easily go from doing an arena to doing like an auction pavilion.
Oh, yeah, some open air, some lawn seating.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Yeah, a lot of people would like that. I'd much rather see Pearl Jam live outdoors than I would see them in an arena. And I've seen them in both, to be honest with you. I've seen Pearl Jam probably more than any other band that I've seen live before in my life. So I would love to see them outdoors again as opposed to the arena is what I'm saying. But I don't know. Will that be the rule moving forward?
We don't know. All I know that is Pearl Jam will be kicking off the North American leg of their tour in March, and most of the rescheduled shows are indoors. So hopefully things are get a lot better then.
Yeah, well, they have about 7 months to figure it out, and so do we. I mean, a lot can happen within the next 7 months. We don't even know where we're going to be at in this pandemic or with vaccinations. So fingers crossed that it all works out. And we'll see how the Olympics turn out first, right? Before we start figuring out the concerts.
The Olympics feels like a huge social experiment right now for sure.
It does. Did you see that thing where all the beds are like collapsible that they started putting in?
Yeah, but they debunked that. So
they did?
Yes. So we talked about it yesterday. Is like Tokyo Olympic officials gave the Olympians in the Olympic Village cardboard beds to prevent them from having sex because Olympians love having sex with each other. It's something that's been a problem for the Olympic Committee for decades now. For whatever reason, these are some of the best looking people on the planet in the best shape for sure. These super athletes all just like to bang. But they did show that, you could still bang on these beds. So no worries. They were just, they're cardboard.
Good to go.
Yeah. They're cardboard for the sake of an easy, quick setup. And they're comfortable and they're light, but you still can get two people on there doing a little jumping up and down. So good news.
It's good news.
They're athletic enough to find more creative ways than just using a bed.
We talked about that too. I said, if anyone could do it standing up and holding their partner,
it's like summer camp.
Yeah.
They're just in the back room having at it. You're like, oh, team.
That's right. What a way to bring countries together.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's definitely poetic. Well,
that's right.
Cool factoid. Today's National Lollipop Day, and the term lollipop was patented in 1931.
Oh, nice. Speaking of which, it is National Lollipop Day. Oh. Speaking of all the Olympic fun. So that's nice. Is that all for you for the Naked News today?
That is all. I mean, you do what you will with that term lollipop.
What am I going to do with it, Drum? I know what you're trying to do, but what am I supposed to do with that term lollipop?
For the listeners out on the stream, there was a pretty suggestive wink involved in there.
I'm all speaking.
Oh, we're finding out very quickly that our good friend Drum is a freak, and I like it. Welcome to the show. You're amongst fellow freaks, okay? So you're right where you belong. All right, we got one more segment we're going to do on Be Big and Presents. Just make sure you keep it right here and go nowhere. You try to innuendo it on the way out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to call that an innuendo fail.
I do it mainly for the fail. I gotta.
That's good. Yeah, you can't be afraid to fail. Oh, I got Pearl Jam coming up right now, actually, so that makes sense.
Wow. Yeah. Couldn't have planned it better.
Nope.
It's like this show is planned out or something.
Right.
Oh my god.
You didn't plan that much, did you?
I planned everything.
Dang, I'm impressed.
Everything.
Always impressed.
Mm-hmm.
All we need is like beef to like sit in this big evil chair where like turn the chair around and be like, ugh.
So this chair
Sure,
is.
we could get you like elevated a bit, looking down on us.
That is the kind of like show host trick, you know. Like if you look at talk shows and stuff like that, their seat is always higher up than their guests. They're always kind of looking down at their guests. Yeah, so that's one of those things. That is a real thing.
The guests walk in and they're like, oh my god, thank you.
And usually, yeah, the hosts are super, with the exception of Conan O'Brien, the hosts are, super short.
Yeah, what is Conan, like 6'8" or something?
Yeah, he's basketball tall.
Yeah. What an odd-looking person.
Hey.
6'8", Irish.
You take
ginger.
Exception.
Sounds like the dream right there, actually.
I do love Conan. He's my favorite of the late night guys. I guess he's done now, right?
He is done. He's going to be doing something else.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, guys. We got one more segment. I'm going to take it. We're going to take a little break on the stream and hit the reset so I can get ready for your beef tip before we head out the door. But keep it right here on the stream. Lollipop come back? Oh, I have a ton. I'm only it's like icebreaker. It looks like beer, though. had that old school 70s feel. I was thinking of the casino. I was thinking of the casino, not the bar. On the street. I was walking down the street, saw this guy, and I was like, "Hey, you look like you got a face for radio." Yaka 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 yaka. Yuck. That's that joke, that radio joke. But yes, no, I've known Aaron here. I work with him with the Tucson Roadrunners.
It's been a few years now.
It's been a few years, yeah. So he's sorry, Drum. I didn't mean to throw trash at you. That was my left hand, by the way. So normally I would make that.
You gotta say hi to the stranger more, dude.
I do. Thank you. I switch up. I mean, both my hands are equally cared for.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't like to make one of them feel jealous. We know this.
It's good to keep those muscles about equal too.
Absolutely.
And if you're walking around just with a huge right bicep and
yeah, it's the forearm, really. It's all about the forearm.
Depends how you do it.
Okay. You got a bicep curl, huh?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just assuming there's different ways.
Well, yeah. I think you
there's
assume,
many
right?
different ways, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You walk around and you're like polyamorous right here.
That's right.
So we're talking about masturbation all of a sudden. Welcome back to the stream, everybody.
Hey, back to normal.
Yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around. You want to see some radio action? David, sorry. Nobody wants to see me read. So I needed to read real quick, follow up on my closing segment, and also see what the deal was with our good buddy, Jeff Bezos. Yeah.
CEO entrepreneur.
And he is back. He's already back from his trip to space. So his flight to goddamn space and back was less time than me going to Maui one way. It's ridiculous.
Oh, so he already came back today and he left today?
Yeah, he's back. I mean, it's literally just a joyride.
Man, must be nice.
Right. Well, I was going to break that down in our last segment because there's some fun little stats about it. And I'm pretty sure he's back. Let's see. I need to double check that before we're back on the air. But you guys know as well that he is back, right?
I am double checking.
Like my buddy Justin Rupert joined the stream. What up, man? Welcome.
What up, Rupert? Welcome to the show. This is the in-between. We're not on the air right now. Just keep you updated. Be like, man,
behind the scenes.
This radio show sucks, man. They're not even talking.
They're so quiet.
Yeah. What kind of
is
show is
the
this?
Twilight Zone. It doesn't say anything about him back. Not yet.
I would hope he stays up there for a little bit. It was a 10-minute, 66-mile high ride into space.
So yeah, I didn't get the details. Was he going somewhere or just like cruising in orbit for a while or just literally up and down?
He's honestly he's up at the Earth's outer atmosphere, but he's not technically in space.
Oh, that's like where that Red Bull guy went. Do you remember that?
Richard Branson. Oh, well, no, what Red Bull?
No, remember when Red Bull had like they had a guy jump from up there, and they filmed the whole thing.
Did he go from all the way from that atmosphere? It was close.
Pretty
No,
high.
I mean, these guys went higher. Branson and Bezos went higher because these billionaires wouldn't be rushing to be the first one to get highest, just to get beat by a Red Bull guy.
Red Bull random
who's
guy.
like, I'll go that high and then I'll just
And he
jump
jumped,
out.
too, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm gonna look up how high that guy went. Red Bull space dude.
Red Bull Space Dude. That was my favorite time.
All right, Red Bull space jump. Let's see.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it didn't blow up.
I know. He's like, I'm glad we made it back alive from that. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, so he is back. So this is so ridiculous. This entire story.
there it is.
Yep.
NPR.org.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, I know what I'm rapping with, so we're good to go. What a waste. I mean, honestly, if you're a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, like Bezos is.
What a huge flex that is.
Yeah, just decided to go.
Yeah, but still, like, my point is, if you're going up there for 4 minutes of anti-gravity time, you could have anti-gravity recreation of sorts. You could have like your own anti-gravity room. Not like Willy Wonka, but they got like fans and stuff like that. And like, you ever been to one of those skydiving places?
Yeah, once I went with a cousin. That was super fun.
Right. So you go in there and it just simulates skydiving. And you're basically floating in the air and you're flipping around. And it's very much like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think it's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, where you drank the burping syrup and stuff and they kind of float up. So you could have done that. Bezos has all the money and the resources to have a room in his mansion, one of them, or even on his super yacht, that if it's like, hey, I want to be anti-gravity for a while, you go in that, you have anti-gravity, you're good to go.
It says he went 351,000 feet. The Red Bull guy only did like 150,000 feet.
That makes
Only
sense.
did.
But also he jumped though.
Yeah, he did jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do extreme
How old
things.
is Bezos? Do you think his heart could withstand that
Well,
kind
he was
of
born
pressure?
in 1964.
Yeah.
If you know the song.
Well,
What song?
CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964. Jeffrey Bezos.
that's beautiful.
Who sings that song?
It's from the new Bo Burnham special.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, that was like,
Yeah,
that sounds
that's-
familiar.
Yeah, it's stuck in everyone's head right now.
That special was fantastic.
Yeah, man, it was so good.
I also felt like I was going insane watching them too.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
diving
It
into
already has
madness.
its own lyric video on YouTube.
It does, really?
That's quality right there.
Yeah, that was great that he put that together during pandemic and all by himself. I mean, that guy.
Some of the like the shots he got were so well done for just being in his room with one camera.
Yeah, absolutely. He is the word genius gets thrown around too often, too freely, but creative genius and Bo Burnham should go hand in hand. Like, if anyone deserves to be called a creative genius, it's this guy now he's an adult man now. He's like 30, but you gotta keep in mind he broke out on a national level as a teenager. Really just super talented musically and comically, and as a writer and director. That movie he wrote and directed called 8th Grade was a great movie. So I mean, the guy's brilliant, and that's special. If you haven't seen it on Netflix, do yourself a favor and check it out. Oh yeah,
I haven't. Not yet.
You should check it out. It's awesome.
All right, we're on.
Yeah.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. That's a Pretty Reckless. Thank you guys so much for listening to another edition of Beef Vegan Presents. You know, we'll be back tomorrow morning at the same time, 6 to 10 a.m., and still give away more tickets to Korn featuring Stained and also your Tucson Sugar Skulls. But before I go, let me leave you with this. The world's richest man is back from his little joyride up to the outer atmosphere of Earth. It only lasted about 10 minutes, but he tells his friends it lasted 30. It was a 66-mile high ride into space, and he beat Branson by 13 miles just so he could say he was a little higher. I think it's ridiculous. And it came down to a cost of $550 per minute. That was the cost for this little joyride. Meanwhile, you can't afford no rent in a studio apartment in this town because it's too expensive for what you're getting paid working a full-time job with a side job. So I love seeing stories of billionaires spending $5 billion bringing some rich, entitled old people and a young kid who was a grandson of a billionaire, trust fund baby, up to space so they could be floating around for 4 minutes and not even be in actual space.
Hey, sounds like a good time to me.
I mean, if you're going to flex, you might as well full send it, right?
That's right.
I like that flex. I don't like it at all. He called the mission, if you want to call it a mission, a tiny little step. That's one thing I do agree. It was very tiny. Oh, I'm thinking about Bezos' penis. Anyways, he also announced that he sold $100 million in tickets for 2 future flights. So if you got an extra bunch of money that you just want to blow and not care about, I don't know, humanity, go ahead and take a little joyride to almost space. Keep in mind, you're not in space. So when you come back down, I will remind you to your face that you did not go to space. You went to almost space. And I've been in almost space my entire life as soon as I was born on this planet. So F you, Bezos. Thank you for wasting all that time and money. And well, congratulations. I will say congratulations on not having your rocket shaped like a penis blow up before you expected to, and making a safe landing, which nobody really expected. Oh, sorry. Nobody was hoping for. All right. That's all the time we have for the show today. Thank you so much again for listening. Aaron, thank you for hanging out.
Of course.
Drum, excellent job as always. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have our good friends Matt and Todd joining us as we give out those tickets. Don't forget to check us out on social media at Beef Vegan. Beef Vegan Presents. We stream the show as we do it live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch as well. So if you want to see what you missed, go ahead and check those things out. Riley's up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, drive safe, ride safe, and rock local.
You wish upon a side of beef. Soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.